medical program. And I came to my first SuperConference August 2013, 2 years ago, and that was when I joined coaching program. And since then, every year our business has grown tremendously. We're projected to do $1 million gross commission this year, and keep in mind when we started we were under 100K commission. And it's the easiest thing, all you gotta do is just copy. So I'm a good copier, I became successful. That's all I can say, you know, if I can do it, anybody else can do it.
It felt like I was making pennies an hour because I'd work 80 plus hours a week. It was no good for my family, it was no good for me, and to be honest with you, I started to get burnt out. Thank God I got involved with Craig, and that's honestly where it all changed. From that day forward, it's been nothing but fantastic. It's overwhelming to try to think that you can do this kind of thing on your own, and now I have a ton of direction that comes from your coaches, and everything's a system. There's a system for hiring, there's a system for training, there's a system for lead generation, there's systems for every aspect of your business, and it's turnkey. So if you can copy and paste, you can literally duplicate Craig's business and do over $1 million in commissions working honestly less than 40 hours a week. I literally work half as much and I make 4 times as much money as I did. And I'm gonna tell you right now, hands down, the best decision I've ever made in my life.
When I started implementing and seeing results and implementing more and seeing better results, I purchased my own home with cash recently, and I bought a new car, and I'm taking my kids on vacation before that, and they're seeing that mom's working smarter and that there are ways that an entrepreneur can actually do well now, and it's transforming my life, and it's giving my kids belief and hope in the future. In 2013, my GCI was $174,000, and in 2014, my GCI was $700,000. So, an amazing leap. It's transformed my life, and it will continue to do so. And it's more empowering and invigorating than I could ever have believed.
I was lost. I was tired, I was working a lot, but I was working to the point where I was getting diminishing returns, and I didn't know how to take the next step forward. I was just taken aback by how much information there was, just how transparent everybody was with each other, and the support system of not just the members, but the coaches. I was doing about $90,000 in GCI, which is not very good, it's not very bad. But in the first full year, we're going to do about $500,000. And I mean, the numbers speak for themselves.
I decided, okay, I'm going to sign up for this coaching program. And I had really zero money. And I started with my coach, basically with $85. I started $85, and coach just guided me how to do this, that, and got 200 calls. I got people calling me every day, basically 10 to 15 people called me. I consistently follow up with them, and got over 20 buyers, contract agreements, 4 sales in 1 month, totaling 12,000 commission. That's pretty substantial for me because I didn't have zero business, basically nothing.
I knew that I was doing real estate the wrong way. The people back in my market who were telling me how to do it were telling me things that didn't work. They didn't know any better than anybody else. And that if I did what Craig said to do, that I would get better results. My first year in the business, I did $91,000 in gross commission income. In my first year with Craig, $224,000 in closed commission income. There's accountability in this program. By speaking with people who are in this program 1, 2, 3, 4 times a week, I'm getting constant feedback on what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. And I mean, let's face it, if you're going to really invest in yourself and in your business, you want to see results now. I have the type of personality where I want to do better tomorrow. I don't want to wait till next year. So why not get the coaching that allow me to see quicker results with it than I would have had without it? And it's paid for itself 10 times over.
These are things that have been tried and tried and tried and tested and tested and tested. And so when you get to the point that you actually are implementing those things, it's very difficult to fail. Even though it's scary to do, it's very difficult to fail. When I joined the program, the previous year I made about $250,000. The following year I made $315,000. The year after that, I made $820,000. So that was just an amazing jump. I've just crossed the million GCI, which I guess makes me a millionaire agent.
Stop looking at the cost of something, look at what you're going to gain from it. That's the benefit right there. So when I saw all the benefits and they put the contract in front of me, I honestly didn't even look at the number. It didn't matter to me. I saw the value of the program. I saw how I was going to build my business from $200,000 a year, and just 24 months later, we're over $1 million a year. I saw that we could do that very quickly, and we have. It doesn't matter to me what the cost of the program is. I'm happy to be a part of it because I have made 50 times as much money than I spent on the program because of the program.
If you want to grow your business and you're serious about having real estate as your business, not a job.
Oh, shit.
Should pursue, because the systems that Craig Proctor gives you to put in place, they work. They really work. And what we are is we're implementers, and we implement those systems. And it's just nice to make some money and have some consistency with it.
The ideas here are completely different to what the industry is used to teach us. The success is just incredible. When we started with the coaching, we were doing about 80 sales a year, but it was working every day, my wife and I, working our behinds off every day. I will tell you, it was many nights up to 12 at night and waking up early to go again the same circle. Now we're doing last year 245. This year we expect to match that in transactions or reach 300 transactions. So it's incredible. And I'm not working as how we used to. It's just I have a team, a great team that works with us. It's amazing. I mean, the success is amazing.
I knew that 1 to 2 clients at a time that I've been doing for the previous 5 years was not going to work to feed my family. And I knew that, from the gate, I had to be running full steam ahead. And it's nice to have a step-by-step system. It's nice to have the manuals and to know, to implement this, here's the checklist and here's what I need to do, and basically be able to copy and achieve what some of these agents basically had to figure out over years, and lots of hardships and wasted money and marketing and failed employees and those types of things, to just be able to walk in from day one and have it available to you.
I realized that I can't just be another average agent, because there was no way I was going to survive. I needed to find a coach, I needed to find a mentor, I needed to find a system, someone who can teach me how to take my business from the average agent level to $1 million business. 4 years into it with Craig, we're going to gross over $1 million for the first time. If you see your business growing, if you see yourself growing your business in the near future, you should definitely join this program. There's no other place where they will teach you, they will give you a blueprint on how to get $1 million business in such a short period of time.
It's just an absolute masterpiece on how to structure and build your business. I can take back and put into place things that are already built for me. I don't have to sit there and design this stuff and put it together. It's already done. It's not a competitive environment. There's plenty of business for everybody. None of us are afraid of losing business to another person, because we know there's more business out there for all of us.
Coaching turbocharged my business it had accountability, education, and really every time I got off track, I just went back to my coach and also to the resources on the website and the binders, and went back to the basics and figured out why something wasn't working and made the changes so that it did work.
First conference was in Anaheim, California, and came to the conference fairly skeptical, to be quite honest. But by the end of the conference, I'd made the decision to go ahead and join the coaching program. My GCI was roughly 150,000. I was doing 22 closings in a year. That increased to now where my team's going to do over 200 closings this year for a GCI of about 1.4 million. Absolutely no regrets. The hesitation that I had at the beginning was completely unwarranted. And I'd say if anyone has the opportunity, they should take the same steps, join coaching, and change their business.
The coaching program that really got me to be able to manage a team of real estate agents and be able to have a more balanced life. Last year we made 316 sell, and I did only 16 sell myself. 300 were produced by my team. So that's really good leverage, and that's what team building is all about. And I can really say that I've built a business where that works without my constant involvement.
All righty. Let's get it on. Let's welcome to the stage Mr. Craig Proctor. Craig Proctor, how you doing today, my man? Let's get your mic on mute there.
Okay, sorry, how about that? Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? Sunday, July the 26th, the middle of summer. It's a hot one here today, Todd, in Toronto. It's going to be over 90 degrees. Just took my dog out there. It's hot already.
Yeah, when you think about Toronto, you don't really think about, it being hot. But I got to tell you, man, some of my favorite times of the year is spent like in August and September in Toronto. It's amazing.
Yeah, I noticed you're not as attracted to come here in January or February, though.
Nope. I'm okay with not being there then. That's okay, dude. I'll stay down here in the great state of Georgia, somewhere in the South. It's a little more tolerable. But hey, Toronto's a great town. A lot of people don't understand the makeup of Toronto, but it's right there on the lake, and then all around it is just large numbers of people. It's one of the best real estate markets on the planet, by the way. What's the average selling price now? Toronto area?
Well, for a detached home, I'm north of Toronto, and for a 4-bedroom home in my area is over $1 million now. So it's expensive. It's a great place to live here. I've lived in Canada and I've lived in the United States. I've still got my house in Florida as well, and that's I have the same idea as you, Todd. I like. I'm not real big on the super cold weather, so I try to split my time up. Okay, so I am looking at our streaming now. We are over 500 on day 3. That's pretty good. We got more rolling in right now. On the West Coast, it's still kind of early. It's 10 minutes after 7 on the West Coast. But hopefully we'll get everybody back in here. Tell everybody about what we're going to do today, Mr. Walters.
Yeah, I'm actually throwing some stuff up on the screen in the background here to get prepared for that right now. The first thing that we want to do is we want to drill down and see if we can escape this whole concept of obscurity. It's not really about who you know, it's really about who knows you. So if we can penetrate the marketplace and move to occupy that first place position in our prospects' minds, I think it's going to be easier for everybody to convert more business. If you think about it, when you're a real estate agent, most of the business that comes without marketing is just simply from people that know who you are. So there is something to say for that. So if you want to engage in efforts to let everyone in your marketplace know who you are. And there are some very specific ways to do that. We're going to share that with you here this morning. So I'm just getting my Google search together because I wanted to share some member examples on that, Craig, if that's okay with you. So I'm going to bring that up here. You want to jump right into that right now? You ready to rock?
Yeah, let's do that. James McDonald is here as well. Say hi, James. We have Andrea moderating the chat. So good morning, everyone. Type in the chat. Good morning. Let's get everybody waking up here on a Sunday morning. How you doing today, Mr. McDonald?
I am excellent. Bright and early here this morning, but ready and raring to go. I want to acknowledge everybody who I spoke with yesterday, whether it was over email or we jumped on the phone. I want to congratulate everybody who jumped into the system. We're super excited for you. I know there are some more of you that are on the fence and I've been communicating with. So we'll continue that today. Shoot me an email, james@craigproctor.com, by the way, and we can work out arrangements if that's what you need. Don't be shy. But we're going to have an awesome day here today. Day 3, lots more to go. And lots more where that came from as well.
Okay, Beautiful. Thank you, James. Okay, let's roll up our sleeves and let's get started.
Okay, here we go. All right, now, Craig, it was pretty safe to say that at some point, as you went about your regular business of growing your real estate business, somehow there were more and more and more people that knew who you were. So it's almost like whatever ad you put out into the marketplace, when you got the lead and you followed up with the lead, and someone mentioned your name or you mentioned your name, they were like, "Yeah, I know that guy. I know."
It makes it a lot easier when you're following up with prospects if they know who you are and in a positive light. How many of you would agree? Give me a yes into chat if you find that it's like way easier to convert a prospect that's heard of you, they know you, on the strength of your marketing, you're predisposed at some level. And some of the marketing that we do is less branded, so they don't even know they're contacting an agent really. But we are going to be retargeting and rebranding the people that don't know you so they do know you, which, if you think about trying to get the lid off a jar, wouldn't it be great if somebody always loosened the lid? Well, that's what we want to do with your marketing is we basically, on the strength of this marketing, we want to loosen the lid. So it's, the ultimate thing we want to happen is they just call you. Mm-hmm. But if they don't call you, at a minimum, we want to make it really way easier for you to convert them when you do talk to them.
Yep. So it's not complicated. We've invented a framework for doing this. All right. And the word that we apply to it is called omnipresence. It's an omnipresence marketing strategy. So when you get into coaching and you move up the ladder of success there in the Craig Proctor system, all right, we're always working on helping you, teaching you, showing you, give you member examples regularly of how to continue to grow your influence in the marketplace and escape this thing called obscurity and become, quote, omnipresent. So we're going to take a look at that here this morning. Let's do that. Now, if you look at this hub and this spoke model, what you're looking at right now essentially is our model for taking you, real estate agent, and putting you into the marketplace quick, fast, and efficient. And you can see we just run right around this hub here, we call it your web marketing blitz to become omnipresent. And we just go from spoke to spoke to spoke to spoke. All right. So everyone fully understands it, but let's walk through it really fast just so you get it. SEO. Okay. Search engine optimization. We're pretty good at search engine optimization, by the way, because we know how to use words in marketing, in digital marketing, that will get you showing up more often in search results. I'm going to show you some examples of that. But to lay one on you right now, Craig, let's say that you're George Lorimer out in San Diego, California, and you're doing some joint venture work with the Children's Hospital in Southern California. Okay, and every week you put a blog together where you share news. George is sharing news about his connection with the Children's Hospital. Now, when somebody goes online and they're looking for any sort of search around the Children's Hospital, well, guess who gets to pop up in addition to that? Right, George.
Very, very smart.
Yeah. So that's an example of SEO. Now, another one would be like your own Google business page. Okay, so make a note of that. We're going to look at examples of these here momentarily. All right, so if we move around, then we're looking at social media. Everyone understands social media, but we want to try to clear it up with you. You really want to try to stay off of social media as a consumer and start to use social media as a business person. Okay, we're really good at using social media to get people's eyeballs on what we're putting out into the marketplace. Mm-hmm. And you want to invest more time into that than more time as a consumer in drinking in social media, getting hung up on, posts and stuff like that. I certainly understand that. All right. But as a business person, look, you want to use social media to get more eyeballs on you. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and we're going to show you some examples of using it to get more attention versus using it as a consumer and just getting sucked into it and getting lost there. All right. So the purpose of social media, from the way we look at it, is for you to use it to get business. All right.
Yeah, Todd, I think there's a lot of real estate agents that do get sucked into wasting a lot of time on social media, and they hear that they should use social media. They're not quite sure what they should be doing. They spend an enormous amount of time on social media, but they just don't reap the rewards.
No.
So, you've got to look at what social media can do for you from a marketing standpoint as the business owner. For example, how many of you that are watching this today, if you remember how you got involved with me, how many of you believe you came from social media? Okay. You saw maybe a Craig Proctor ad, maybe it was on Facebook, but type in the chat if, now you might not be sure, I understand that because I am doing many types of marketing. So you may not be sure where you came from, but if you believe that you entered the Craig Proctor funnel through social media, type that into chat.
Mm-hmm.
Just an interesting survey. Type that in the chat if you think you came. So you may have responded to a Facebook ad for something that we offer. It could have been a half-day seminar. It could have been our Facebook swipe file ads. It could have been some type of product. But it's also important to say that in addition to online marketing, there's many, many, many other things that we want to do to create omnipresence. If we look at that word omnipresence, it means you're everywhere, including offline, that you're online and you're offline. Yeah. So Todd, we've got members here that have done just like an amazing job with creating this omnipresence. Can you drop a few names of members who have really mastered this?
Yeah. And if I'm watching right now, these names, I would go and I would follow them. I would be following their business pages. I would be following any kind of personal stuff they're doing. And essentially, they're just doing what we're teaching them to do. So when you're following them and watching them, it's way easier to model and implement. That would be folks like Sarah Reynolds, okay, of the Reynolds team. Jonathan Leahy, he was on one of our panels yesterday. Let's see some others. John Reeves out in Southern California would be another. Okay, so there's three right there. I could go on. The Salas team, Shelly Salas, there in Texas. Okay, to name a few. All right, so everybody got it? Now, Craig's right. This is an online marketing blitz, and when we're done with this session, we're going to move right to offline, and that's what we want to do with you this morning. Is we want to help you escape obscurity. So if we continue around the hub, just so we understand it, so as we run through some and we look at this material, you guys will get it. The remarketing spoke there. Remarketing, a lot of people may not understand what that is, but essentially that is anytime a prospect engages you, okay, they engage you on any level, you want to turn right around and continue to engage them. Okay, and that's what remarketing really is. It's essentially follow up in the digital age. Okay, hey, they engage with me, now I'm going to follow up with them. And we're just exchanging. They engage me digitally, I'm going to follow up with them digitally. They're going to see me and additional offers and opportunities wherever they go. Okay, and this is done using video, and this is done using display, and you're going to see some examples of that. Okay. Down at the bottom of that hub and spoke model, it says websites. But most real estate agents, Craig, they're very familiar with websites, and they tend to drive traffic to like a homepage of a website. But when you're in the ad generator as a coaching member, okay, when you get into the ad generator there, you're going to see that we're not talking about website. we're talking about landing pages. All right. So whatever offer is being made is we've got a page, a landing page, a funnel page that is associated with that offer.
Yeah, that's a major point, Todd. So does everyone get that? We in the Craig Proctor system, we rarely, if ever, drive to a website. Okay, because the problem with a website is a website gives you like multiple choices, and the prospect, you want them to do one thing. So with your campaign, what's the one big thing you want the buyer to seller to do? We want to drive them to a landing page that accomplishes it. It takes that prospect on a journey from coming into your funnel and doing the thing that you want to do. If you're taking them to a website where they've got 18 different options, the confused mind does nothing. So all those landing pages that you get when you're a Craig Proctor member are landing pages. There is a home page to it, but we never really go there. With your branded advertising, you probably want to do the same thing. Instead of going to, yourname.com and there's 18 different offers, pick one or two different offers. So, for example, in my business, I would, what's the thing I would want people to do? I would want people to book a consultation with me. I would want people to come to one of my conferences. But if you offer too much, the confused mind does nothing.
Yep. 100%, man. What you guys are getting ready to see here over the next 30, 45 minutes, it'll change your life and it'll change the direction of your business. And this is what we teach you to do here. So I would lean in really close to the words that we're sharing with you. This is how you can get more people to know you and be more comfortable with you. People typically like to do business with folks that they know. All right. So YouTube, now everybody's familiar with YouTube. All right. But YouTube is a tool just like social media. Craig, a lot of people believe that YouTube is social media. It's not. Okay. As you know, Google owns YouTube. So you can get Google and YouTube working together. And we'll show you some examples of that here momentarily. But in my experience with our upper level Craig Proctor system members, those platinum guys, those titanium guys that you guys have been looking at, they're really leaning into a lot more video ads, in-stream and pre-roll ads on YouTube. Okay, there's not a lot of real estate agents there using YouTube with marketing and ads. So this might be your chance to get first, to be first in line to do something like this. So I'd be making a note of that. Okay, next will be Google. All right, Craig, we don't have a single millionaire real estate agent in the Craig Proctor system that doesn't do pay-per-click on Google. So that's
when a prospect's going to Google, they're going specifically there for the thing they're searching for. So on Facebook, it's interrupt marketing, right? Someone's going onto Facebook to see what their friends are doing, and they see my ad for a free list of homes or a free area home sales report, but not true with Google. If someone goes to Google and they type in Buford 4-bedroom homes for sale, well, that's arguably a much better prospect.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now let's start with the very simple strategy. Now that we've kind of explained some of this, okay, and now we're with you. That's a lot, to go from where you are now to be in all of those places with great marketing content that's not boring, but it's exciting to the consumers. That ain't going to happen overnight here, right? So this is why you want to get more involved in the system. You got to start somewhere in the system, and then we will move you right up the ladder almost through force engagement because you will want to do more. It all works. Okay. All right. So we're introducing it to you now, but I'm letting you know that it's a lot to take in. So we got to start somewhere. So we're going to introduce you to a starting point. But this is what we do here. We teach you how to do this, show it to you, and you got all the other members that are super successful with it, modeling and copying them. So it makes it easier and faster to implement. Okay, so, all right, now, let's start with a simple strategy to become omnipresent, all right? And this is one that I'm going to share with you Sarah Reynolds. I'm going to use her as a model. this morning, and we're going to share her with you. So what to do? All right. Well, when you become a Craig Proctor System member, you're going to be given a blog page. Now, a blog page is simply a landing page that allows you to leverage with more SEO. It's got great SEO value on it. That's what it's designed to do. Okay. So you may be saying, well, blogging sounds, outdated. No, it's where you post relevant content that Google picks up, and then you use it to become omnipresent. I'm going to show you how it's done. It's very simple, right? And you'll get your brain wrapped around it. Okay. But you're going to do this. You got to start somewhere, maybe start weekly. But for our platinum guys, they do it every day. You're going to see it. Some of them 2 or 3 times a day. There's no rules that says you just do this once a month or anything. The more content you put in the marketplace, as often as you put it into the marketplace, that's how you escape obscurity. Okay. So I'm going to show it to you first, and we're going to go and look at some examples. So what to do? We're going to post something on a blog page that the internet can grab and run with. Okay. And then we're going to help the internet and social media take that information and push it out to everyone that is in those channels. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to blog daily. Okay. Then we're going to take the link to the blog, and we're going to copy it, and we're going to post it on our social media channels. Okay. So I'm going to show you a blog here momentarily. As soon as I get through this little bullet point, we're going to go to somebody's blog page, and you can simply, you can envision the address of the blog being copied and pasted onto social media channels. And I'll even do it in real time here so you can see how that looks. Okay. Then once you have your quote content on your blog, that's your video script. Okay. Has everybody got it? That's your video script. It's simple. The content on my blog, which comes right out of the ad generator on the coaching site, is also your script, your video script. So we're going to post the content because Google reads words, not PDFs, not pictures, but words. So that's why you use content or words on your blog page. Then we use those words to simply record a video. Okay. And the video absolutely becomes another piece of content. Okay. So when you record your video, what are you going to do with this video? Okay. Well, you're going to upload it to YouTube. All right. You're going to upload it to Facebook, and that's important that you do that. Okay. When you upload the video to Facebook and you've uploaded the video to YouTube, understand it's being hosted in 2 different places. Okay. But I'm also going to share links. Okay. So if I upload it to YouTube, I'm going to copy and paste a YouTube link into my social media platform. So think that through. I've got a blog. I've copied and pasted the blog link into my social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay. Now I've got a YouTube video on YouTube. I can copy and paste that link. And it's 2 different pieces of content. One goes to a blog, one goes to a video. Okay. And then people are like, no, man, I'm seeing this guy everywhere. The tendency for real estate agents is to only do one, run one ad, hire one employee, have one system. Okay. And one works really well in marriage, Craig, but it doesn't work so great in business. So we want to get you out of the habit of doing one and getting to the habit of doing multiples. Okay. So
that's one of the things that when we're working with a brand new member, one of the things that we often find is when they explain to us exactly what they're doing to market and promote themselves, it's just not enough. It's not that, sometimes it's completely ineffective, but even if the one thing they're doing is effective, the problem is it's just not enough. Like you're not, you're likely not going to reach these big goals doing just one thing. And we want you to do whatever you're doing better. So, whatever you're doing that's working right now, we're going to help you do a better job of that. But we're going to start adding on to what you're currently doing with things that you're not doing.
You got it. Okay. So here we are online, and I went to, and you guys are welcome to do this. You can go to this website, and it's Sarah Reynolds. We're going to use her. We could use hundreds of our members. All right. But she has good credibility right now. She's implementing well, and her business is on fire. How many people do you know that do over $1 million a month in commissions? Okay. That started with the Craig Proctor system less than $300,000 a year. And it was her and her mom doing that. Okay. So, and in 9 years, have a business like that. Like, how many people do you know? Right. So, but that's what happens here when you commit and go all in and continue to stick with it. Okay. So here I am at rtrsales.com. You guys can see that. Okay. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go to real estate news. Okay. Click. And all that is a blog page. These are just blogs. Okay. So, and you'll notice that Sarah, check it out, July 24th, July 24th, July 24th. You see that? July 24th, July 24th, July 24th. Just look at that, July 24th, July 24th, July 24th. Wow. So this whole concept of I'm blogging and I do it once a month or I do it every other week. No. The blog page is your pathway to leverage that SEO that you've been looking for. And it's where you will post content, both video and Craig Proctor system content right out of the ad generator. Okay. So for example, if I click on this right here, blog that Sarah has right here, if I click on this and go there, or click here and go there. Okay. Any of these blogs that I want to hit. All right. Let's just check it out. All right. Now, this is all great. This is all fun content, whatever. Okay. But up here in the address bar, if you guys can see that, there's an address bar right there. Let me just put that down in the middle of the page. You guys see that? So I just come up here and go edit and copy. Edit and copy. And then I'm just going to go to my social media pages. Okay, I'll show you what I mean here. Let me pull one up for you. Okay, here it is. So here I am on a social media page. Okay, this is this happens to be one of our Facebook groups. Okay, but picture your own Facebook page. I copied and pasted my blog link. Okay, right into the post. Okay, that's how it works. Click, edit, paste. And when I copy and paste my link to the blog, okay, there it is right there. Okay, and when I post that, I'll go ahead and post it. Okay, now the world's going to see that, or at least I've got a connection to people seeing my blog post. Right, so think this through. So I'm using the blog page to create content, and we're going to go look at content here momentarily. You're going to get a plethora of content. There's no shortage of content in this system. The ad generator's got mountains of it. We're going to go right there here momentarily. All right. When you've got your content and you post it on your blog page, that's cool. All right. Now I'm going to copy and paste the link from the blog into my social media pages. I just did that on Facebook. Okay. But you're going to do this on Instagram, and you're going to do it on LinkedIn, and you're going to do it on Twitter. Okay. Or if you're not using Twitter, start with what you are using. Okay. Personal, business, yes. Everywhere you are socially, you're going to push this content out there. Okay. Now, every time that you post anything like this, come down here and just type in your web address. Okay. Into the comments. And also make sure you tell people, please, please share and comment. That's it. So those are the two basic things that you do after you post anything of relevance into your social media platforms. See what happens here, what Facebook does when I copy and paste a link to my blog page. I'm pretending that Sarah's one of mine. You can see what happens there. I make a comment with the website, for example, and look what happens there. Okay. There's one of our great coaching members, Craig, that we're giving an award to at one of our events. See how that works? And Gary Evans already commented on it. See how this happens now? Okay. Okay, so I want you to imagine posting the blog, okay, copy and pasting the link, putting it on all your social media pages. Everybody's got that? Okay. Now we'll go back and we'll look at, we'll go back to Sarah's page for kicks here. Okay, I'm going to go back one more. to all of our posts. Okay. All right. Now think this through. Okay. Content. What kind of content? Well, really anything that's happening in your business that day, in addition to this Craig Proctor system content that we're going to look at. Now, remember, the blog is one place to host content. The other place is video. So we're going to record videos. We're going to upload the video to YouTube, and we're going to host the video on Facebook. And there's differences. All right. So whenever we go to YouTube, let's do that now. Craig, what do you have a YouTube channel that you would like for me to go to? Otherwise, I'll just pull one up here for kicks, and we'll check out how that works using YouTube. All right. So let's check it out. I like this, man. This is fun. Now, talk about recording or shooting a video, Craig. Like just real quick, like what are some of the do's and don'ts of using video?
Well, the first thing is just get started with it. I talked about this yesterday. How many of you are using video well? Let us know in chat. Say yes, using video. Let us know in chat. Mm-hmm. The important thing is really just get started. And you don't need expensive equipment. Today, the cameras in our smartphones are so good that, it used to be, we needed a crew. You needed expensive equipment, but now, no. You are the producer, and you've got the equipment right with your smartphone. So yeah, just get started. We have, like Todd said, we've got tons of content. We could at some point when you're ready, Todd, we could take everybody to the coaching side and just give them some ideas of really, really easy, great content. So if you're a lot of people are worried about, well, okay, number one, maybe I'm self-conscious. I really don't want to be in front of the camera. Well, we kind of have to get over that because we're going to a world of video. So if you're not good in front of the camera, guess what? Eventually you will be. Okay. So it kind of works like this. In the beginning, you kind of suck, and then you suck less, and then you become really, really good at it. That's how it's going to work. If you're being held back because you don't know what to say, because you don't know what content, what you should be talking about, no worries there. We have all the content for you. So it's really easy. And I'm so proud of our members that, maybe we're a bit nervous. They weren't sure about the content or what to say or how to do this. And I like what you said when you began this session. You said you just got to start. A lot of people feel overwhelmed with this, and you got to start with one thing. Start with one thing, and then, as Todd has been describing here, you're multi-purposing it, right? Like you take this one video, and we're going to multi-purpose it. We're going to have people watching this and leveraging off it as much as we can.
Right. So, okay. So once you've got your video, which essentially is just a script from your blog page, okay, you've got your video shot, you're going to upload that video to YouTube. Okay. And we teach you in the system here how to get your videos working for you on YouTube so that they show up on Google. We don't have time to get into that. Remember, this requires ongoing coaching and training to do this. Like closed captions, like look right here, Craig, I'm looking at this video on YouTube right now, me and you doing a podcast. And you can see the closed captions are on. Most people watch videos with the sound off. So if you don't have the captions on there, your videos are going to get less engagement. That's a great.
It's true. It's true. So most of us are really busy, and I love that story you told, Todd. You said, you love captions because, if you're at night, if you're watching TV with your wife, or you go to bed and you're not tired and your wife's asleep, you're watching your phone and you're reading everything that has captions. So how many of you do that? How many of you, I know my wife and my daughter might be watching, I don't know, what kind of things do they watch?
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, or something that, I'm maybe not checked into, right? What was that? There was another show that we're watching all the time.
The Bachelorette.
Yeah, The Bachelorette, The Bachelor, but there's another one too. I can't think of the name. But anyway, so I'm kind of tuned out. I've got my phone, and so if I put the volume up, the audio on, they get annoyed because I'm bothering them. But I will be reading everything that I can that's transcribed. So I know a lot of people are like that. So it's very important that everything is transcribed.
That's right. So all right. So I've uploaded the video to YouTube, which essentially is is the script of whatever we put on the blog. Okay. So the video's on YouTube. I copy and paste the link. I go back to my social media pages. Okay. And boom, I paste the link. Okay. Somebody see that? And when I paste the link, there's the video. I can come down here. My video is going to show up right in my Facebook feed right there. Okay, there it is. And then I come down here, make some comments, which would be my website. Okay, and I encourage people to share and comment. Okay, so we've posted the blog link, which is going to the blog, and I posted a link to my video on YouTube, which we obviously know where it goes, on my social media platforms. Now, one more thing I would recommend with your video is to upload the video. Okay, so on your own Facebook page, you can upload video, and Facebook will actually host the video, which is the equivalent of doing a Facebook Live video. So, Craig, talk about how Facebook rewards people for Facebook hosting the video versus a little less rewards when you're telling people to go somewhere other than Facebook as a Facebook post.
Yeah, Facebook naturally wants to keep people on Facebook, right? So anything that you do on Facebook that Facebook perceives keeps people on Facebook, you're going to be rewarded. How will you be rewarded? Well, you're going to be rewarded because the algorithms are set up so more people will see your video if you stay on Facebook. And the way those algorithms are set up is how you're rewarded, or how many people see your video, is based on interaction. The most important interaction would be comments, okay? And that would be followed by shares. And so we can encourage comments. So Todd, you want to make sure that you interact with people that leave comments, and you want to encourage people to share it. So I gave an example yesterday where I talked about just doing a simple Facebook post, a video, and you're talking about something that would interest buyers as sellers. So I think the example I gave was you do a Facebook Live post, and you're talking to people, home sellers in your area, about the biggest mistakes that home sellers make in your area, and you name your area. And you might say, there's 7 big mistakes, and the first 2 mistakes are this, but if you'd like to learn about all 7 mistakes, please, give me your comments here, or you can text me, or you can private message me, whatever your call to action is. And then you'd want to say, and please share this video, this information, with anybody that you think anyone's thinking of selling their home that would benefit from this information on the 9 biggest mistakes that home sellers make when selling their home.
Yeah. So while you were talking, I shot a live video. Okay. And here it is on the screen. Like, this video is you talking. It's on right now. I just clicked the play button.
How many people see your video is based on
interaction. Right. So the reason I did that is because up here, this is a paste of a link on YouTube, and this is a Facebook Live video. I could have accomplished the same thing by uploading a video, and Facebook will reward me for this video, for them hosting the video. They'll reward me more than if I'm taking them to YouTube, as Craig was just saying. Okay, but you want to do both. It's not one or the other. It never is with the Craig Proctor system. It's not either or. It's always both and more. And that's what you're going to learn here as you move forward with the system. And like Craig said, okay, I would type in like the website. Okay, I would make comments on, please, comment. Let me know what you think. Okay. And then I would be like, share. Now, another important thing on this would be to engage people. So if someone's commenting on any of your posts, make sure that you absolutely respond to them. Don't let them hang right there. Hey, this is really good stuff. Hey, thanks for saying that. Okay. And now Facebook will really, really push your video out there to more people. Don't think that they're gonna limit it to just your followers or friends. No. They will take video that's working well on someone's Facebook page in the world, and they will leverage that to get more eyeballs on Facebook that day.
Yeah, totally. Does everybody understand that? So on Craig Proctor seminars right now, and by the way, like us on social media, Craig Proctor seminars. Also, subscribe to our YouTube, please. You're on it right now. Please subscribe so you get all of the YouTube videos that we produce. But Craig Proctor seminars, you can like us, you can follow us there. We have 10,000 followers. What Todd's saying is, you would think with 10,000 followers, if I post something great, maximum people that would see it would be 10,000 followers, but it's not true. We can get more engagement. We can have more people viewing than the 10,000 followers if you do this correctly. Okay, so many of you don't have 10,000 followers, right? So you're starting off small. You might have a couple hundred, you might have a couple thousand, but you can leverage off of other people's audiences. So for example, many of you have homeowner associations. So if you did a Facebook Live video and you'd offer great information for buyers and sellers, you could share that with other Facebook groups who do, there are a lot of eyeballs over there. And eventually over time, as you continue to post and you continue to do what we're saying, what happens is you start to get a lot of followers, and then you get to a point where you've got some pretty good leverage, and then you're getting everyone that's following you to share it, and it just kind of builds and builds and builds and builds. It probably took me about 18 months to go from 0 to 10,000. But the last 4,000 or 5,000 happened really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what happens. And we'd like to see that thing up around 300,000. So you have to work at it though. It doesn't come automatically, and it comes with what we're talking about right now. So let's just recap. Then we'll go look at the content. All right, here's the summary. All right, number one, blog page, blog daily, multiple times a day. All right, what am I blogging? Content that we're getting ready to look at, a new listing that you've got, news around your worthy cause. So we're going to look at that here momentarily. So we're going to utilize a blog page. We're going to record a video with whatever we're putting on the blog. Okay. So I've got my blog and I got video. All right. The link to the blog is going to be copied and pasted all over my social media platforms. Okay. The video is going to be uploaded to YouTube. That link's going to be copied and pasted all over my social media platforms. That video is going to be uploaded to Facebook and LinkedIn. So they're hosting it. And then comments and shares will push that video out to wider audiences. Okay, so you guys are starting to get it now. Now, content and offers. Let's go look at some content that makes this super easy peasy for you. Okay, you don't have to, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to put out there? Well, here we go right here, Craig. I'm on the coaching site. I'm going to go to the ad generator. Okay. And here in the ad generator, I'm going to click on basically the ad generator, ads. Okay. And right here in the coaching site, we've already done the work for you. All the content's right here. Okay. Let me shrink that down just a little bit, get that on the page. All of these ads essentially are content. And how you use the content, well, of course, we teach you that. You can see right here that we're telling you straight up, use this content like on home seller mistakes on Facebook, on Google, on Classified.
Okay, I want to show you one, Todd. So open up that home seller mistakes one, and let's have a look at this. And what I just found, and we'll flip it over to me in a second. Yvonne Irving one of our members. She did a Facebook Live post, I believe, offering this information. Okay, so so this is what the ad would look like on Facebook, and you can click Google. That's what it's going to look like on Google. Then click over to classified ads. Yep. And then editorial. This is really cool too. A lot of you will think, well, editorial, like this is for the newspaper. Nobody reads a newspaper. Number one, some of you actually have newspapers that people do read. And the kind of people that read the newspaper may be people you want, which are rich older people. Okay. So, yeah. So like, you're not going to get, somebody perhaps on Facebook that's 70 years old and they own their home cash, but they might be reading your local paper. So just customize that. Show everybody how you can customize that. So Todd's going to make this for.
All right, let's make it for, where do you want to, I'm in Buford.
Okay.
Great Southern town. Which of these costly home seller mistakes will you make when you sell your Buford home?
Yep, and you can select your headline. You're going to drop in your pictures, but you can see it's really that easy. It's just
that's important.
Fill in the blanks.
Look right here. If you guys can see that, let me blow that up so everybody can see that really, really good. Okay. All right. See right here. This one ad actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 headlines. And what you're going to learn here, for those of you guys that are just getting rolling with the system, and what we're going to teach you is that the headline is the showstopper. So to pull people into your marketing, this is why when we get rolling here, like on the ad clinics on on Fridays, Craig, when we're doing the marketing clinics, we're trying to lose the address. So when people get a listing, they're in such a habit of advertising 1065 Gunter Court in Alpharetta for sale. Versus awesome owner transfer in Alpharetta, $700,000 or trade. See, that's way better than the address of the property. So, so headlines, Craig, you know a thing or two about these. These are the ones that you've tested and spent gobs of money on, gazillions of dollars practically, figuring out which headlines work the best in the marketplace. So we've already done the work for you. So I can change the headline. There it is.
Okay, if you can scroll up there for a minute, Todd. So you talked a minute ago about don't do one thing, or you can also do one thing in many places. So if you click on Facebook, you'll see there's the Facebook ad. You click on Google, and the Google ad's created for you. You want to run a classified ad? Boom, it's there. You want to run an editorial ad. Now these editorial ads can run online in many of your locations. If you don't have like a print publication that people read, there's an online news outlet. So in my area, we still have a local paper. It's called the New Marketeer Banner. It comes out every Thursday, but they also have an online version of that at yorkregion.com. So I could run these news looking articles in the print version, or I can run them on the online version. Okay, now what I want to show you is how one of our members, took, this is your script here. They took this and now they created Facebook Live. So if you can flip this over to me, I'm going to steal it. Okay, and then we're going to go over to Yvonne, and I need sound. Okay, boom. Do you see this? Okay, so this is Yvonne Irvine, and she's doing exactly what we suggest you to do. She prints this off. She's using the script that we just looked at. And let's start this over here and listen to how it sounds. Okay, not working. Why not working? Oh, right. That's why it's not working.
In helping my seller.
Starting over.
Hi, this is Yvonne Irvin, and I've just sold this lovely house in Dundas. And I'd just like to let you know that I specialize in helping my sellers get top dollar and sell their homes very quickly. So I have a nice report here. It's a 9-step system to get your home sold for top dollar and very quickly. So it's very crucial more than ever to learn what you need to know that to learn about the seller's mistakes to sell your home, in the order to sell your home and get the most amount of money. So in this report, there was like 7 deadly mistakes here. Now, one of them might be signing a long-term listing agreement with an agent that has no written guaranteed performance. That's something you should take into consideration. If you're interested in getting a copy of my 9-step system to get top dollar for your home, if you or anyone you know is interested in getting this, I'd be happy to get it to you. I can be reached at 416-704-0634. Thank you and have a good night.
Okay, so very proud of Yvonne for doing that. You can see she was a little bit nervous, but good job. And that's how we all start with this, right? We start and we're a little bit nervous, we're a little bit unsure, but you can see she pulled it off, and she did a really great job of that. So that's how we start, just providing good content. And as you do it more often, you become better and better and better. Okay, Todd, it looks like I've lost you.
I'm here.
Okay, you're there. Okay, how come I can't see you?
Well, that's because I muted my video.
I thought I lost you. So Yvonne wasn't like she wasn't like super confident. She wasn't like a experienced veteran in front of the camera, but that's how she got started, and she gets better. I've watched her posts; they get better and better and better and better. So she just took information right off the coaching site. In this example, biggest mistakes that home sellers make. She's outside of one of her listings. She talks about those mistakes. Says, if you like this, then you can request it. If you know of someone that might benefit from this, please share this video with them. So that's an example of one of our members doing it for the very first time.
Yep. So if we flip it back over to the coaching site, let's check it out. We made this really easy for you. Okay. So when you look right here, you can see there's a hotline script and there's landing pages. We talked about the landing pages, Craig. So I'm just going to flip that up. We'll check out the landing page. Okay. This landing page, a lot like the ad, is really basically scripting. If you go back and we look at the hotline script, it's scripting. So a lot of people get hung up on, oh my God, what am I going to advertise? Oh my goodness, what am I going to say?
Yep.
And I'm like, look, you can go if you want to and try to figure all this out on your own, or you can commit to going all in here with what we're doing and just copy and implement. And that's what you see from our top members. They quit a long time ago trying to figure stuff out. It doesn't make sense even. Like, why would you try to figure it out when it's already been done and someone's giving it to you on a silver platter for a small investment at whatever level in the Craig Proctor system you may be in? So that's my encouragement today to everyone is look, less time trying to invent stuff and more time finding out, copying and implementing, and it'll make your life way easier and better. And you already know, you don't have to worry. Oh my God, what am I going to do next week? Oh my God, what am I going to do next month? There's no more thought of that.
Well, how many of you are good having all this stuff done for you anyway? Yeah. Like, you got into real estate because you're a people person, right? You want to spend your time meeting with buyers and sellers and selling real estate and making money. You didn't get into this to be a digital marketer. You didn't get into this to be a professional copywriter or a professional marketing person. You don't want to spend 5, 10, 20 years like me, spending gazillions of dollars and testing and tweaking everything. No need to do that. No need to do that anymore. Look, Todd, when you're in your car and you're on a long excursion, you don't pull out a map anymore, right? It's on your phone. Right? You're using Google Maps. That's probably saved a lot of marriages, Todd, Google Maps.
Yeah, stopping and asking for directions.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. I remember my wife and I, either I'd be the navigator or she'd be the navigator when she'd be driving. And it was, the map was half the time upside down. It was always cause for sometimes some debates, but yeah, look, you don't have to reinvent anything here, folks. Everything you want to do in real estate is already being done. It's just so easy to watch what other people are doing, have it explained to you, or further, just have it done for you.
Mm-hmm. So if we were to like dive into this starting point here on Sarah's website, here's what you would find. You would find tons of Craig Proctor system content right out of the ad generator, listings that they're putting onto the marketplace, stories with or testimonials with customers that they've helped. Okay. And one of my favorites is news around Sarah's involvement with the Fisher House, one of her worthy causes that she supports. And you guys got it? So every week she dedicates one whole day of marketing copy around the Fisher House. It's already on our content calendar. On Wednesdays, we call that Worthy Calls Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays, I'm going to talk about the Fisher House today. I'm going to keep encouraging people to send me business because the Fisher House benefits. Everybody got it? So you're going to create your content calendar. That's what we help you with here in the system. Okay. What am I going to do on Monday? What am I going to do on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? And the content's already laid out for you. And now you have the system here. And it's way easier when you're seeing member examples. Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint and let's talk about offers. Okay, and what that looks like. So for me, Craig, okay, let me make sure I'm sharing there. Yep. Okay, for me, what I learned from you long time ago, galaxy far, far away, I don't know, 25 years ago, was, hey, Todd, who are you? Like, what is the thing that's most consistent about you? And unique selling proposition was it. In this case, a performance guarantee. So your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. Wherever I go, those words are there. Okay. And that has served me very well all these years, Craig. They were so good that I decided, with your permission, to name the real estate brokerage that. Okay. And we have other people following suit. Right. So that's how that works. So wherever you go, so even though we're making an offer, hey, you can get information on this report, message me here. We'll be more than happy to send it over to you. Remember that your brand is your unique selling proposition. Okay. So that's going to follow you everywhere that you go. Okay. And you'll be the better for it. Okay. Another trick here, a good trick would be to copy the links like to your blog and email it out to your database. So let's talk about email marketing a little bit, Craig. A lot of people get annoyed with email, and the reason is because it's boring. It's not very engaging. I've never had a customer complain to me about sharing news with them on our work that we're doing with Must Ministries here in town, one of the premier nonprofits, Ike's organization, or Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. I've never gotten a customer to say, take me off of your email list, helping the kids down at Children's Healthcare. I've never gotten that. It's the opposite. Thank you for sharing. Wow, that was heartfelt. Thank you for sharing that video. I've forwarded that to my database, and that leads to getting more business. So number one rule in marketing, hey, don't be boring. Okay, just don't be boring. If you're going to send stuff out like market updates, Craig, that's one of my favorite boring pieces of material is to send to my databases what's going on in the market. That's like probably the most boring thing in the world. Versus, hey, would you like to know what homes in your neighborhood are selling for? Here's the most expensive one. Here's the least expensive one. If you want to report on it all, I can get it to you. Just let me know. Now that's a little less boring, wouldn't you say? Okay.
Absolutely. We really need to we really need to be understanding what it is that people are interested in. We get so much in our inbox that we're not interested in. How many of you are just like overwhelmed with emails? Now, that's our battle as well. I mean, we're trying to keep in touch with you. We're trying to make our emails interesting. All of us have the same challenges. Email is still effective. Everything is effective. And that's why we want to continue to message people in many, many different ways.
All righty. So I think that sets up this, to transition into this segment here that we had on the agenda yesterday. And that is more about your USP as your brand. and your brand is your USP.
I love this topic, and we have 732 with us now. So the West Coast is waking up and joining us. So USP marketing.
All right, so here we are. I did a little Google search, and I just typed in John Reeves. He's one of our guys out in San Diego there, one of the top real estate agents in all of California. He's going to sell 500, 600 homes or more this year. Okay, and as soon as I Googled John, he has a Google business page. So go ahead right now, and you can Google yourself and just see if your Google business page shows up. Now, a Google business page is like a website. Google allows us to use their space to promote us, okay? And what you'll notice, though, with a good bit of where John shows up online in the media that he can control, his unique selling proposition, in this case, your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it, the guaranteed sell program is there, okay? You see that? Realtor.com, his own Facebook page, okay? His LinkedIn profile, and of course, his Google business page. So given the absence of personal connection, all right, who would you do business with? Todd Walters, Remax, or John Reeves, your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. Given the absence of personal connection, you're Googling people, you're doing research, you're looking for folks that can help you, or just searching real estate in general, who are you more likely to call? The one with a unique selling proposition or the one without? The one with something that reverses risk for the consumer, or the one that just says, hey, I'm like all the other real estate agents in the world. Right. So,
you said it well the other day, Todd. You said it doesn't really matter whether you personally like this or not. It's what the consumer wants. Doesn't matter what we want. It's what the consumer wants. You can argue it all you want, but the consumer wants guarantees. They want assurances. We have to understand what they want, and it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It's like, is this what your buyers and sellers want?
Yeah, let's go look at a couple of other examples here, and we'll drill down on this whole concept of unique selling proposition. Okay, does everybody have number one? We were just talking about Google business page. Almost forgot. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Here's Carol Royce. Okay, Carol Royce was one of our, I think she was one of our first platinum members, correct? I think she was part of that 40. 16
I met Carol when I spoke at a Keller Williams event. I don't know, probably 10, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So there's a unique selling proposition there, performance guarantee, guaranteed cash offer on your home. So as I scroll down on the business page, I want you guys to see how we've got it set up. Number one, she's making offers featuring listings, okay? And even further down the page, they're making additional offers, okay? So anyway, this is how it's supposed to be done, okay, guys? Now, let's go look at some prime examples here to set this up for you. And we'll use this postcard from Bill Watson. Bill, thank you very much for good copy and implementation. But I think, Craig, this will probably allow us to tell the story here of brand building, unique selling propositions, more than anything else here we can show on the screen at the moment. All right. So this is a simple postcard. All right. Now, on this postcard, Bill is actually has 6 what we call secret ingredients to really effective USP marketing. Okay. All right. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. Number one would be a performance guarantee. Craig, you called this risk reversal or even risk removal. Okay. For the customer. All right. Over here on the left-hand side where that little sold property is, you guys see that? That effectively is third-party endorsement. And it comes in different, it could be a testimonial. We'll flip it over in a minute and you'll see what I'm talking about. Could be a radio host like Bill might have promoting him, or just proof that he actually does proof that he's doing what he says he's doing. And that's where that comes from. Then we've got these statistical USPs, and we like to drill down on the big 3. Okay. Number one, you're going to sell your home for more money when you list with me over and above the average area agent. I'm going to sell your home faster over and above the average area agent, and it's just more likely to sell. So a lot of real estate agents, Craig, don't know their stats, and they don't know the MLS stats. So this is where the technology that you showed on day one comes in very handy. All right, because when I was at Remax, Craig, I never had the Remax broker come to me and say, hey, here's your stats. Hey, here's where you match up against the other agents. You should promote that. All right. So they don't even have these programs to be able to figure it out. Okay. So we've got that technology built into the system for you so that you can get your stats and you can get the average area agent stats, and you can go and market that. We call these what, Craig? Superior stats.
Okay. I mean, if I'm a seller and I look at these 4 stats, it tells me a lot. Bill sells his homes for more money. I'm a seller. I want more money. He sells them faster. That's important. I want my home sold for the most amount of money. I want it sold faster. My home is more likely to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bill has the buyers.
Yeah, that would be like a unique consumer program. Your database of buyers in waiting. Okay. What do sellers want?
Sellers want buyers.
Yeah, man. Buyers. So many of you have been walking around before you got here with buyers in your database. All right. And if Craig and I right now looked at your business card, just your business card, it would be pretty. You'd have your logo on there from your real estate company, and your picture would be there, and you'd be smiling. Okay. And but there's no mention on just about every single real estate agent's business card, the most simplest marketing piece, least expensive branded marketing piece in existence today, a business card, but no mention of the very thing that you have that sellers want. Okay. So this is what happens when you get connected to a system like this. Okay. Is that, and it can fly right by you, but that's why the ongoing coaching becomes so important. And the more and the more that you want for your real estate business, the more you lean into the coaching, the systems, the ladder of success. That's what this is all about, guys. Okay. All right. But don't miss that. Don't miss that. Now, so let's review it. So we've got risk reversal, performance guarantee right up here at the top. We've got statistical USPs, 3 of them, unique consumer program, database of buyers in waiting. And we have social proof, or what we call third-party endorsement.
Hey, if you can flip back there for one second, Todd, I want to point out how easy we make it for the consumer to respond. So yes, we're offering prospects what it is that they want, and then we're making it easy and non-threatening for the prospects to respond. So you'll notice there's a free recorded message. Does everybody see that? The 1-855-596 sold number. And then it says ID 2072. It says free report, free recorded message. So here's why we do it this way. This is a direct mail piece. This is a postcard. And Bill is in Aurora, Colorado, right outside of Denver. So there will be a home seller who grabs this out of their mailbox, and they're ready to sell right now. And they're going to look at this, your home sold guaranteed, will buy it. And they're going to call Bill directly. You can see, call me direct. That's the thing, by the way, that Bill mostly he wants that to happen most, right? He wants that to happen over anything else. He wants people that want to sell their house who receive this postcard in their mailbox, and they're ready to go now. They're ready to act sellers. The thing that Bill wants the most is that ready to act seller picks up the phone and they call Bill. Mm-hmm. However, what about all the home sellers in Aurora, Colorado that are not ready to call an agent today? They're not quite ready to sell their house yet. Type into chat if you believe that there be more sellers that receive this postcard that are not ready quite yet. right? The majority of them are not quite ready yet. More of the prospects that receive this will be not ready yet versus ready now. There'll be more not ready yets than ready now. And the ready nows will call Bill. The not ready yets, if Bill didn't do what he's doing here, they would go away. Does everybody see that? That's why you have to make it easy and non-threatening for the prospects that aren't quite ready yet. They're not ready yet to speak to a real estate agent. So how do we do this? Bill has two mechanisms. I don't know if you can highlight stuff, Todd, or whatever, but it says, first of all, he has an offer, no gimmicks, for information on my exclusive guaranteed sale program, order a free report. That's for the people that aren't ready yet. Okay, your home sold guaranteed or will buy it. If I'm ready now, I call Bill at 720-463-002. I say, hey, Bill, this is Craig. Hey, I see this thing where you'll guarantee my house. You'll buy my house if you don't sell it. How does that work? Yeah, those are the best prospects. But what about the prospect that's 2 weeks away or 2 months away and they're not quite ready to call a real estate salesperson? We do not want to lose those prospects. So we have a plan for the not ready yet people, because there's going to be more not ready yet than ready nows. Does everybody get that? In your marketplace, and you know this from your experience in real estate, there's more not ready yets than ready right nows. So we built that into the marketing. For the not ready yets, hey, no worries, no gimmicks. For information on my exclusive guaranteed sale program, order a free report. No talking to salespeople, order the free report. There's a free recorded message that you can listen to about how this thing works. Call the number 855-596-SOLD, enter ID 2072. By the way, we have all that recorded for you. That's done for you, that recording. Or you can call Bill direct. Now, if you go to the very bottom of that postcard, you'll also see there's a landing page. So let's go to, can you go to accuratehomeprice.com? I know I'm making you work here.
That's okay, dude. You can see how long it took me to figure out how to draw a circle.
No problem. It just makes sense. If this makes sense to you, type into chat, this makes sense. Look, guys, in all the years you've been in real estate, what percentage of the people that you talk to on a daily basis are ready to go now? They're saying, like, come and get me now, come and list my house right now, versus the much larger percentage of sellers that say, you know what, I'm going to do it, but I'm not ready yet. Many of the people that aren't ready yet, if you don't do it this way, guess what happens? They don't call you. You're not getting the not ready yet people to raise their hands. And so they just go away. You don't know about them. So what do we want to do with our marketing? We want to capture the best ones. Obviously, the ready nows, they're going to call your direct number. So we have this set up. So the ready nows are going to contact you, but the not ready yets are also going to raise their hand. They're going to go to your recorded hotline number, which will capture their phone number to listen to how this thing works, where at that time they can order a free report, or they're going to go to this landing page.
Yep. Yeah, multiple points of contact is so critical. Now, here's what I've discovered, Craig, is that when you tell them they can go and get information without having to talk to you, it actually encourages them to be more likely to talk to you, because you made it fun or easy for them to get information. It adds credibility to your offer, and it increases the likelihood you actually get more direct calls. So everybody got that? All right, but yep, this is Bill's landing page for that home eval.
I like that, Todd, because I've just had enough coffee that I've actually woken up.
Well, I'm still working on my third cup here, buddy.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for waking up. The West Coast is waking up. We have 735 watching us right now on YouTube. Good morning to everybody. If you're like me, you're just waking up with your cup of coffee. I'm kind of glad I had Todd here to start things off, because I'm trying to get my eyes open here. But great stuff, Todd. That's a great example Great marketing there of a USP using direct mail. Now the flip side, testimonials.
Yeah. So the underlying point here for everybody is that, yes, you're looking at a postcard, but Bill just simply takes all 6 of these little ingredients and USPs, and he just put them into one place on the postcard. All right. But if we were at Bill's office right now and we were following Bill around and his marketing people, what you would discover is that each one of these offers is everywhere. Like, it's not just on the postcard. So whenever Bill's rolling out, an offer like your home sold guaranteed, statistical USPs, the database of buyers in waiting, please understand that if it shows up on the postcard, it's showing up in other places simultaneously as well. So this whole concept of doing one thing, you know what, I'm going to send out a postcard. Great. What else are you going to do with the message on the postcard? You know what? I'm going to put an ad on Facebook today. Awesome. Where else is that ad going to show up today? Everybody got it? So always be thinking in terms of multiples versus one. And that's what we program you with here. You get to see the examples of it being reproduced in other places. It's all over the coaching site, in the file libraries, example after example after example. And of course, Craig, every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, we're looking at those examples on the Marketing Clinic.
Okay, so, I want to say something about these testimonials too. I mentioned this the other day. You want to have proof, right? It's like the old Wendy's commercial in the 1970s. For those of you that are old like me, you remember that. The old Wendy's commercial, do you remember the elderly lady said, "Where's the beef?" So where's the beef when it comes to proof? The major mistake that marketers make is they make claims absent of any proof. All right, I said the other day, the number one trend in the country today is skepticism. We want to make sure that we back up whatever we say with proof, with testimonials. And we cannot be using wimpy testimonials. We need to be using hard-hitting, specific testimonials. What is a wimpy testimonial? Todd was a really nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
We really liked Todd. No. Yeah, Todd was nice. Todd was professional. Look at Bill's testimonials. Number one, Watson Group are the best around. They were quick to respond and willing to devote their expertise and time to help us sell our home fast and for over list price when other homes on our street were either not selling or reducing their prices. We're so happy to work with the Watson Group and plan on using them on any future home transactions. Next one. Because Bill was able to guarantee the sale of our home, right? This is a guaranteed sale postcard. Number one thing we're dealing with here, skepticism. Consumer gets this. They're like, well, how's this work? It sounds too good to be true. So we back it up with a testimonial. Because Bill was able to guarantee the sale of our home, we were able to make a non-contingent offer on our new home, which the builder required. We cannot thank Bill enough. Third one, can't read it now. Okay, the first agent failed to sell our home. Then we met with Bill. He got our home sold in 11 days for more than asking price. And to top it off, our home backed onto a very busy street. We have never really been that impressed with realtors until we met Bill. Thanks, Bill, for all your hard work. That's what we call good testimonials. Now, how do you get them? You get them when people love you the most. Okay, so as soon as this offer is accepted, you don't wait till closing. So Todd, you're my seller. I come over to your house tonight, or we, I send you the offer digitally, and we do this over the phone. No matter. I want your testimonial right now when the offer is accepted. I'm not waiting till closing. I want to get this right now. Will you love me the most? And if we're together, I pull up my phone and we just do a little video. When I do this little video testimonial, okay, of you, and I'm not shy. I'm going to coach you a little bit. Like, I'm going to say, hey, Todd, you took advantage of the guaranteed sale program. Could you say a little bit about that? Or Todd, you took advantage of my Sunday tour of homes, help sell your home. Or how did you like the service with Craig and his entire team? Okay. How do you think my marketing and advertising helped you? Or Todd, if you recall, you were listed with 2 other agents for over a year, and we sold your home in 4 days for 101% of the asking price. So I'm going to prompt them to say the right things, because if you don't not to lie, but prompt them to say the right things, because left on their own, you're going to get a wimpy testimonial that's, Craig was a nice guy. So once I pull out my phone and I video you giving me this testimonial, what have I got now? Well, I've got a video that I can use for social media. I can just use the audio part of it. I can transcribe it. So I can use it in many different ways. So when are you getting testimonials? Like every single time that you work with a buyer or you work with a seller, you want to get a testimonial. Some of them will be far better than others, but you can't have too many of them. And when you have a lot to pick from, then you can use the very, very best ones in your marketing to back up. See, every unique selling proposition that I have, I want it backed up by very specific testimonials. If it's the guaranteed sale program, I want a testimonial that says, we had our home listed with 3 other agents. We couldn't sell it. But because of Craig Proctor's guaranteed sale program, we were able to buy the home of our dreams. Or at first we thought it was a gimmick, but through Craig Proctor's guaranteed sale program, we were able to move forward and get the house we really wanted. Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to back up everything I do with these testimonials, and I'm going to use that in all my marketing. Whatever claim you make, whatever your USP is, maybe it's the fact that I have 7,200 buyers in my database. So the seller's testimonial say, we listed with Craig Proctor. Within 48 hours, Craig himself brought us multiple offers through his buyer network, and we sold our house for 102% of the asking price. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't underestimate how important it is to not only get testimonials, but the testimonials have to be say the right thing, and they have to back up all of these unique selling propositions.
Yep. All right, let me share with everyone how our top members do this. All right, and a little bit into the future of those of you that have decided to move forward with the Craig Proctor system that we invited to watch this. Check it out. So here I am on the coaching site. Okay, and I went to the file library, and we've dedicated a whole library to this concept of testimonials and 5-star reviews. All right, so I'm just going to click on that. I want to show you guys, and you're going to like this. So in this library, got 13 files, but check this out. Okay, we have what we call a 5-star review system template. I'm going to open it up and show it to you right now. So here's Nathan Clark. I'm just going to open Nathan. Nathan's one of the top real estate agents in New England. Okay, so we're going to open that bad boy up, and you're going to see how these guys do it. Okay. So when a property goes under contract, okay, you guys see it? When it goes pending, Nathan, as soon as it goes pending, in his contact management system, a notification is activated that tells his customer service manager, his coordinators, to make sure that the customer gets this question asked to them. Hey, I need your help. I need a favor. Will you do me a favor and go and post a 5-star review in these places? So we're telling the customer what to do and when to do it. Does everybody see that? I've even included a link to a video of how to actually do this. So most real estate agents don't get a lot of reviews and testimonials, primarily because they just don't ask.
Right, they could, but they either underestimate the importance of it or they make it too difficult. And I get that. In the beginning, I would do a good job for a client. I'd say, hey, can you email me a testimonial? Mm-hmm. Well, if it's left on its own, either it doesn't happen or you get back a wimpy testimonial that's kind of useless.
You got it, man. So, but that's how you end up with these. Now, think it through again. So if I'm going to get a testimonial or a 5-star review, remember what we talked about, we've got to use it in multiple places. Okay, so what are the other two? What am I going to do with it? Okay, well, I'm going to put on my postcard. Got it. I'm going to throw it into my listing and buyer presentations. Okay, to back up what I'm what I'm talking about in the presentation.
Yeah. So with that part of it, so on your okay, so Craig Proctor members, you all know, or those of you that are about to become members, we give you a PowerPoint listing and buyer presentation that we help you customize it for you. So at the end of the listing or buyer presentation, that's where we're going to have your video testimonials, and so I like to have a lot of them, and for different situations. So if I meet with a home seller it's a home seller just came off the market, my testimonials that I show will be from other home sellers that expired off the market with another agent who switched to me. If I'm meeting with a FSBO, my testimonials will be from other FSBOs. They tried to do it themselves, they listed with me, and they got great results. If it's from someone that's being transferred, then my testimonial will be from a seller who was under the pressure of being transferred. If it's a divorce, my testimonial will be from other people that were going through a divorce. Everybody get that? So eventually, we want to have specific testimonials for that seller's experience wherever they are. And so I've got this big arsenal of them. And that's the benefit of systematically getting these every day, all the time. So if I'm meeting with a seller and they have a specific situation, boom, every testimonial I show them in my listing presentation, everything we retarget them with will be people just like them going through a situation exactly like theirs.
Mm-hmm. Remember, and that's it. And so just think in terms of multiples. Like I went to John Reeves' Facebook page, and boom, right there it is. He's repurposing his testimonials across social media. Success story. I can click and find out more about that. So
love it. Love it. If you love this, type "love it" into chat. If you love this makes sense to you, let us know.
Yeah, dude, this is good stuff, eh? All right, so let's go back and let me see if I can find my way back here. You know how it is, Craig, when you're rolling live here and you're starting to open up all these windows, and before you know,
it becomes confusing.
Yeah, like
or your computer slows down.
I'm using one monitor. I'm up to like 20 windows now open.
Hey, can you throw it over to me for 1 minute, and then we'll come back while you get yourself organized. Okay. So everybody, I have a little announcement here. Okay. So can everybody see this? Okay. For those of you that are interested in joining the Craig Proctor system, which I hope is all of you, you'll notice when you go into joincpcoaching.com, we have a counter, a clock. Okay. So in 1 hour and 22 minutes, our special discount will be over. Okay. So you're going to see, if you click through here and you click onto our options, the pay in full option, the discount will be gone. Okay, so the discount will be gone. Right now, you're able to save $4,000, but in 1 hour, 21 minutes and 37 seconds, that discount is going away. So if you're thinking about doing this, you can still do it after the deadline, but it will cost $1,000 more. Okay, so our special early bird offer, just to give everyone a heads up, is going to end at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Okay, but all you have to do to get registered, says right here, note special pay in full price goes up Sunday, July the 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So right now you can still get it. The monthly payment deal doesn't change. It's the same, but the pay in full massive $4,000 discount, that goes away at 1 o'clock. So for those of you that are wondering where do I go to get signed up, you go to coachingoffer.com. Just go to coachingoffer.com. Andrea, maybe you could drop these links into the chat, and I believe below the landing, below our YouTube video, there's a clickable link. But if you go to coachingoffer.com, that'll take you directly to the sign up page. But if you need to read the full-blown, all the details, maybe you missed my presentation, then you need to go to joincpcoaching.com, and it'll take you through the full-blown report, all the details on how it all works. So that domain is joincpcoaching.com. But there's the counter, 1 hour and 19 minutes, and the price goes up by $1,000. So if you are at all interested in this, you probably want to take care of that in the next 1 hour and 19 minutes. That doesn't mean you can't join after the fact. It just costs more money. James McDonald is standing by as well. James at craigproctor.com. If you need to make any personal arrangements, you want to speak to him, you got to move some money, you something holding you back, whatever the deal is, I would recommend that you email James at craigproctor.com. And let's go back to Todd Walters. Hopefully he's got all his stuff sorted out there.
Best I can, big dog. I got to tell you, it's been a great 3 days, though. I've enjoyed spending time with you and, over 1,000 people that have showed up here over the last 3 days. I don't know how many people have come and gone, but if we added it up, it would be a lot of real estate agents. So, and you benefit from it. So a couple of words on coaching. I can't imagine not having a coach. I know a lot of
your video is not on.
Okay. Thank you, buddy. Let's try it again. Start video. Oh, my little computer's spinning. I'll work on that. You keep talking.
Okay. Yes, if you have any questions or comments on what we've been discussing so far with unique selling proposition marketing, okay, or before that, we talked about creating an omnipresence. How many of you think you're doing a really good job on social media creating this omnipresence? Type in the chat, let us know. I think I'm doing a good job, or I'm not doing a good job. I need to figure this out, or I need to have someone figure it out for me. Next question is, do you want to figure it out, or would you rather somebody else figure it out for you? Would you rather figure it out on your own, or would you rather just copy from agents that are successfully doing the thing that you want to do? Okay, I know my answer to that is if I can take a shortcut to success, that's what coaching is all about. A coach helps you do things that you haven't been able to do by yourself. How many of you have coaches in other parts of your life? Maybe you play golf, right? You got a coach. Maybe you play tennis. Okay. Coaching is very called normal outside the real estate industry. And now it's become very normal inside the real estate industry. But unfortunately, many of the self-proclaimed coaches in the real estate industry, in my opinion, are not qualified, because to me, to be qualified to help you and coach you, I believe that the coach should have successfully done it, not read a book about it, not heard about it from somebody else. I want to learn from somebody that successfully sold real estate and actually did all the things that they're teaching you. And that's what all of our coaches bring to the table, by the way, folks. They're all making hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars doing the thing that they're going to help you do. All right, Todd Walters is back in the building.
Yeah, I got back there. That was weird. Hey man, you never know. This is live. This ain't recorded. We don't know what's going to happen. I was thinking about that earlier today. What happens if the power goes out?
Well, the seminar ends.
We better hurry. So yeah, it's been really good. And again, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to share. It's been really good for me. I just don't know I can't imagine what my life would look like if I hadn't, pulled the trigger and done this all those years ago with you. I don't know. I don't know what else there is. So in my 25 years of watching real estate and real estate agents locally and internationally, what are they implementing? What are they doing? And a lot of them just continue to do the same things and not much changes for them. So now's an opportunity to
Well,
disrupt.
you know what? You know what you know, right?
Yeah.
It's like when we first started in real estate, we did the best we can with what we knew. It's not like I knew how to do it better and I ignored it. I just didn't know what to do. Again, we look around at what everyone else is doing and we believe it's the thing to do. Everyone else around you is working hard and not being very productive, and they're frustrated and they're going crazy. And you think that's just the nature of the business. I got to work all the time. I always got to be worried about my next commission check. I got to give my life up to it, because when we look around and at our offices and the other agents, it's sort of the industry norm. So, at some point you just believe, well, I guess that's the deal. I guess that's what I signed up to. But hopefully we've opened you up to new opportunities, a new world, new way of doing things over the last couple of days. All right, what's up to bat next?
Well, let's take a look at this. This is worth highlighting while we're on that subject, and then we'll move towards onto something else here. All right, but as you're rolling out marketing systems, never ever think that you've gotten all you can out of it. Okay, and that's what we help you with. So as you get more involved in the system here, we're going to show you how to get more response out of everything that you do. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say I'm running an ad, Craig, and it says, great view. Well, I can add a letter to that, views. I just add one letter, S, yep. And I increase the response rate from the ad. So that is something that you can't really get without experience, or someone who's critiquing your marketing, your ads, and coaching you all the time. So think that one through. Great view versus great views. Great view versus tranquil mountain views with an S. One letter, increased response rate. Now look at this postcard. All right. I wonder if we gave prospects the opportunity to watch a video from a postcard just by taking their cell phone and putting it over the QR code, if it would increase response rates. And how about this? From postcard to QR code activation means now they're on my website and I can put my pixel to work, and I can now remarket to the prospect through that engagement. So everybody get that? So there's more going on here than just like a postcard marketing. And this is how we become omnipresent and we become everywhere. All of this increases response rates. And now we get the opportunity for re-engagement or remarketing. And that little QR code was an example of another example of adding the letter S, in this case, to a postcard. It's a QR code.
Okay, let's go to, in the bottom right-hand corner of that postcard, it says our tips, r27tips.com. Let's go there. So this is an example of us not going to a website. We're going to go to a landing page or a squeeze page, right? Bill Watson wants one thing to happen. He wants the prospect to go to that domain. He's going to make one offer, and we want them to raise their hand and leave their information.
Our27tips.com.
Yeah, like look at all the offers on this one marketing piece. An offer on the guaranteed sale program. You can call Bill directly. You can call into the hotline. He had an area home sales report domain on the other side, and now the quick and easy fix-ups. Also, just so everybody knows, if you're new with us, you can customize the headlines of these are the landing pages that we give you, okay? And you can customize the headline. So if I was in Boston, I could say 27 quick and easy fix-ups to sell your Boston home fast and top dollar. If I'm in Cleveland, I can add in Cleveland. So you can customize the headline if you want to, or you can just run it exactly as is. But just know all this is set up for you. It just goes, the prospects go here, they enter their leads. The leads go right into your CRM. A lot of questions about CRM. Well, what CRM should I use? You can use whatever one you like. We can refer you, recommend different companies. But if you're using a CRM that you really like, you can stick with that. Like, we have enough new things to learn, right? We don't need to blow up your CRM and start all over again. So if you've got a CRM you're really happy with, there are a lot of CRMs though that have they have so many layers to it, things that you don't use. It just adds confusion, and they're more complicated than they need to be. So you want a CRM that just basically does what you need it to do, right? What do you want it to do? You want to be able to create contact cards. You want to obviously enter your notes. You want to be able to schedule follow-up calls and emails and text messages. You want to be able to launch activity plans. So lots of great CRMs out there, but if you have one that you're happy with, that's cool. Just keep using that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So speaking of CRM, let's look at this. I had this on the agenda for us, and this will only take about 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, but it's worth looking at. So a contact management system allows us to basically track where all of our business is coming from. So Bill, if you're reading between the lines on that postcard, he knows where those leads are coming from that postcard, because those URLs, those domain names, and those ID numbers on the information line are exclusive to that postcard. So if he was running the ad on Google, or if he was running the ad in another direct mail piece, it would have a different domain name or a different URL. So Craig, you've said it many times before, is that our best members, they know their numbers. So
all Craig Proctor marketing will be tracked. So no more of this nonsense of spending money on advertising and not even knowing whether it worked or not. No. You're always going to know with Craig Proctor marketing. Here's what you're going to know. You're going to know how many dollars you spent, and you're going to know how much money you made. That's the most important two things you want to know. What did I spend, and what did I make in return? Now, some of the Craig Proctor stuff you do will work better than others. In the beginning, you're going to test this out. And then what are you going to do? You're going to say, well, guess what? These 3 things here worked better than these. I'm going to run with those. So you're going to do a series of testing different messages using different media, and you're going to figure out in a couple of weeks what works the best. And then it's rinse and repeat. Just keep doing the things that work the best. And then we're going to be adding to this and adding to it. And over time, like, it's really amazing how when you start to change the way you think and you start to run the marketing and the leads are coming in, it's amazing how quickly you can turn this around. Now, when the leads start coming in, okay, that's the first thing, is we've got to crank up your marketing. Most of you, honestly, you just don't have enough leads coming in. Like, if you're running like one Facebook ad a week, it's not going to do it unless you've got very low goals for income. For most of you, that's not going to cut it. So we have to ramp up the marketing part of it. And then we have to help you actually do something with the leads. There's many of you that already have lots of leads. How many of you are guilty of collecting leads? Give me a high five in chat. Like I have lots of leads. However, you don't make any money collecting leads. It's not like you can, take the leads to the bank. You need an awesome follow-up and conversion system. Okay, so we've got, for some of you, lead generation isn't the problem. Your Achilles heel, your weak link is what happens when the leads come in. I can't reach them, or 100% of the leads are no good. You want to know what that means? You probably own that problem. If 100% of the people you talk to, if you get nowhere with everybody, it's probably you, not them, right? What's the chance of getting 100%? Zero. We've got to have a look. If you're finding that you're getting nowhere with everybody, we got to really have a look at what you're doing once those leads come in. And no matter what stage you are at the Craig Proctor system, here's what we know. We can always get better, right? You're really good at lead generation. We're going to help you get better. You're really good with follow-up and conversion. Great, but you can still do better. You've got an awesome listing presentation. I bet you we can make it better. And for example, with your listing presentation, if we make it even 10% better, think of how much more money you would make over an entire year if you just converted even 10% more of the sellers you met with.
So we're really good at helping you track, report, and build out your CRM. We're really good at it because everything's right here. So let's look at some things that you probably want to know as you move forward on it. So we'll just kind of peek into the future a little bit. Craig, you said it, number of leads by source code, all right, and the cost per lead by source. Then when you're talking to prospects on the phone, when we look at, every Thursday, James and you do a great job of this role play clinic, and we're dividing prospects into two buckets. Prospects who are ready to move within the next little while, and prospects that want to move in a longer time frame. So in other words, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? So if an agent on my team, an inside sales agent on my team, we're talking to a prospect, I want to know the answer to that question. Is it a yes or no that they're planning on making a move within the next 3 to 6 months? And if it's a yes, well, my expectation is that those leads get converted to face-to-face appointments. If it's a no, then my expectation is those leads are going to be followed up with, for future, okay, using that system. So we want to track that. How many people that I talked to today said yes, that I'm planning on making a move within the next 3 to 6 months. All right. And then I've got an applied metric. Hey, I want to convert at least half of those people to a face-to-face appointment. So we want to know when we're talking to you through our coaching consults, what's working and what's not working. So if I ask a question on a consult, Craig, hey, out of all the leads that you spoke to yesterday, how many of them said yes to making a move within the next 3 to 6 months? If the member can't answer that question for me, I'm like, dude, I don't know. You got to go back now and track that, so we'll know where we are in the process of being able to help you through our autopsy, and we're going to go look at that next. Okay. All right. So, Craig, my expectation for me would be half. Like, you got to get half of those converted to a face-to-face appointment that are planning on making a move in the next little while.
Todd, maybe we have higher standards than most people, but even if we apply pathetic standards to this, you can still make a lot of money. Even if you convert, if we took all of your standards, right? So your standards, our standards are based on when our members become really skilled at this, here are the conversions, here are the numbers, this is the way it works. But even if you cut all those numbers in half, it's still really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and then the tracking continues and you apply the same metric. I'm okay with a 50% conversion rate as a metric, because that tells us where to jump in and fix something or where not to. Like number of buyer appointments that got set. So if I talk to a prospect on the telephone, hey, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes, we are. Do you have an agent to help you when the time is right? No. Would you be interested in, and I make my buyer profile offer, they say yes to it, I close for a face-to-face appointment. Okay, so how many people that say yes should be converted to a face-to-face appointment? Again, we've got to apply some number there so we'll know whether we're doing okay or not. And then we have to get them to show up. So if you're really good at getting appointments with, in this case, say buyers or sellers, but you're running a cancellation rate or a no-show rate that's below our applied metric, then we know to jump into that part of the pipeline and work on fixing that.
Yep. Okay. Everyone to get what Todd's saying. We really can autopsy this to find out, rather than you're saying, hey, it's not working, I'm not doing well. We can break it down and we can find out specifically where the problem is. Let's talk about follow-up for a minute. How many of you are facing or show-up rate, sorry. How many of you are facing a show-up problem? Okay. So you're pretty good at generating the leads. You set up an appointment, but you're having a show-up problem, where they're not showing up for the appointment, whether it's a physical appointment, at your office or at their house, or you're doing it virtually on Zoom, but you've got a show up problem. Okay, so Todd, let's talk about some of the things that can go wrong with show ups. What are the reasons why some agents have show up problems?
Mm-hmm. Well, number one is not reiterating the benefit of why they're getting together in the first place.
That should be done at the very end of the conversation. Does everybody hear that? Some of you are so quick to get off the phone once the buyer says yes, the buyer seller says yes, that you don't take the extra couple minutes before you hang up to reiterate, to repeat the benefit that they're going to derive from meeting with you. And if you don't do this, here's what could happen. So you're talking to husband or wife. So let's say it's husband, and you've set this appointment up for tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Then this guy's wife comes home, and the husband says to his wife, yeah, I agreed to meet with a realtor tomorrow at 7. And the wife says, like, what's this about? He can't tell her. He doesn't, he can't really remember. He doesn't really understand it. So here's what happens. You were good enough on the phone to get the husband to agree to it, but you didn't give the husband a great enough understanding of this benefit so he could explain the benefit to his wife. So what I'm saying is, there's an old saying, right? Somebody doesn't really understand something until they can explain it to somebody else. Okay, so the husband didn't really get it. You were good enough on the phone to get the husband to agree to, okay, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. But his wife comes home, and when he's telling her about this, he can't explain it. He can't articulate the benefits. So, or the other way around, you speak to the wife, and she says to her husband, realtor's coming over at 7. Why? Cancel that. And that's what happens. So I spend a few minutes after I have the appointment agreed to. So Todd, I'm meeting at your house tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Your address is such and such. And when we get together, okay, not only am I going to have a look around your house to go over inexpensive things that you can do to prepare your home for sale, to sell it for the most amount of money. And not only will I let you know, give you a detailed analysis of what homes are selling for, but we're also going to go through a net sheet to discover exactly what you're going to net in your pocket after all expenses. You see, that they don't know. If you're just stopping at, we're going to give you a free market analysis, lame. That's what every agent does. Plus, a lot of home sellers are like, hey, I'm good. I don't need your rinky-dinky assessment because I've got something called the internet. I already know what homes in my neighborhood are selling for. So if you've got a weak offer, the seller's probably not even going to accept it in the first place. Yeah, I'm good. If your big offer to a seller is, I'm going to tell you what the homes in your neighborhood sold for. No, they're good. What happens is they decline your offer. Mm-hmm. Okay. Or they politely accept it. Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow at 7 with no intention of actually honoring that appointment. So I'm going to reiterate this. Okay. What are all the benefits? I am going to give you my advice on inexpensive things you can do to prepare your home for sale so you can sell it for the most amount of money. Now, I like that one, but because it requires me being at your house, right? I can't give you tips on what to do to prepare your home for sale without actually looking at it. So that's a good one. Okay, they all understand that. Might be painting the house, something simple I can do. Craig's the professional. He's going to show me things I can do to sell my home for the most amount of money. Then I go to, we're going to look at what the homes in the neighborhood have sold for, which is kind of ordinary. Then I go to, but most importantly, we're going to go through a net sheet, discuss all the associated costs with selling your home. So you're going to know, most importantly, what you're going to net in your pocket. Now, Todd, because you're selling a home and you said you're buying another one, we can also talk about timing. Right? Because it's a bit more complicated, right? You're buying another house and you're selling. So we're going to talk about timing and how to pull this off so you don't get stuck owning 2 homes or no home at all. And I'll answer any of the other questions that you have. Now, meeting with me is absolutely free of charge. You're never obligated to do anything. I look forward to meeting you and your wife tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at blah, blah address. Take care, and we'll see you then. Now, here's what I don't do. I want that appointment set up as close to now as possible. Okay, if you're booking appointments a week out, you're just asking for trouble. People forget. If my appointment with Todd's a week away from now, he could forget, or here's what happens. He goes to work tomorrow and he tells his coworker, oh, I've got some realtor coming over in a week. And his buddy at work says, hey, don't do that. Use my brother-in-law. So we want the appointment as close to now as possible. A lot of you guys are sending out email reminders or text reminders. Just saying, man, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't send out a text reminder or an email reminder. And here's why. It's way too easy for the prospect just to text you back saying, yeah, we need to cancel or we need to reschedule. If you feel you need to remind them, do it with a phone call. Don't get lazy on this, because you're making it really easy for them to blow you off by just replying to your text. Yeah, not good. We need to reschedule. Now, if you make the appointment, you book the appointment as close to now as possible, you don't need a reminder, right? If I'm talking to you today and the appointment's tonight, we don't need reminders. If the appointment's tomorrow, we probably don't need reminders. The problem for many of you is you book your appointments way too far in advance. Now, sometimes there's good reason, right? Like you absolutely cannot get them to meet earlier. But when I listen to your recorded calls, I got to say, in many times, I don't hear you guys fighting for the earlier appointment. You're not fighting for it. Well, when's a good time to meet? The seller says a week from now. And you're like, okay, a week from now. Look, don't we know that's probably not going to happen? So I push back with, well, a week from now, could we do it tonight? Mm-hmm. Could we do it this afternoon? So you got to fight for that appointment to be as close to now as possible. So anyway, those are just some quick tips on how we would coach you on increasing your percentage of show ups. But what Todd's going through is this analysis that we do. So instead of just saying, well, I'm not having a good month, let's drill down, do a business autopsy and find out what your problem is. You don't have enough leads? Okay, there's your problem. You have lots of leads? Okay, well, what's your problem? You have lots of leads. Are you reaching the leads? No, I don't reach the leads. What are you doing? There's your problem. Or you're reaching the leads? Good. Are you converting them? Yeah, I'm converting the appointments, but they don't show up. We're gonna autopsy this all the way through to analyze exactly what the problem is. When an airplane crashes, they send in the FAA and they do an autopsy on this crash. Why? So they can find out exactly what happened, so they can fix it so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, check this out. So here I am on the coaching site. Okay. I'm going to come down here to business resources, click. All right. And right here, business autopsy. Okay. I can download that bad boy right now.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. I want everyone to look at this. And right now, you could autopsy your own business. Let's just quickly go through it. Number one, you might want to take a pen, write this down. How many leads are you generating every week with Craig's system? Okay, it's easy, either not enough or lots. If I'm not generating enough leads, we go to number two. Okay, if I'm generating lots of leads, I go to number four. We walk you through this. Are 10 to 15% of the prospects leaving you contact information? Are you reaching 50% of your leads? Well, if you're not, there's something wrong. We got to look at that. Scroll up to the top. I can't read the top there. Number five, are you booking appointments with at least 10% of the people you speak with? Folks, those are pathetic numbers, 10%. So I am allowing you to blow off 90% of the people you speak to. You can blow them off. 90% of the buyers and sellers you speak with, you can blow them off. They don't meet with you. They never meet with you. But still at 10%, you would do okay if you follow the numbers through. Okay, are 75% of these appointments that you book actually showing up? I'm not saying they didn't all show up for me, not 100%, but if it's not at least 75%, you have a problemo, and we got to dig in and we got to fix this. Okay, number seven, when you meet with the buyers and sellers, your listing presentation, are you converting at least 50%? You're not going to get them all. I didn't get them all. I did get about 8 or 9 out of 10 of them, but I don't expect you, if you're new with this, to get 80% or 90%, but let's create like a reasonable standard. I'm going to allow you to lose half the listings you go on. And guess what? Even if you lost half of them with the Craig Proctor system, you'd still do really good. And then number 8, or at least 1/3 of the buyers that you signed to buyer contracts or the listings that you sign up closing. I'm letting you blow off 2/3 of the listings. They don't sell. If 2/3 don't sell, that means 1/3 do. We can do much better, but I'm trying to give everybody like low standards. Like these are pathetic standards to prove the point. Even if we apply kind of pathetic standards to this in the beginning, you would still do really well. Now, at the bottom here, we're showing you how to fix all the problems. Okay, how do I fix my marketing? How do I fix my follow-up? How do I fix my conversion? What could be going wrong? You are the FAA, okay? The plane has crashed. You're the FAA. You're going to go through your business, analyze it, and you're going to do this with your coach, Okay, if you're stuck somewhere, you're going to do through this analysis with your coach so we can get you unstuck. It might be something such a small thing, small mistake that you're making, and once we fix it, boom, everything goes great. So, universal business autopsy.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at one more piece of collateral here while we're here. This flow chart. Okay, one of my favorite things to analyze. So you'll like this, Craig. So let's say that, let me see if I can make that a little bit smaller. Let's say a titanium level member. I mean, the best of the best of the best. Craig Proctor system guys, flies to Atlanta, spends a day with me right here in this little conference room. We sat down, and they're here for a reason. They want to get their business moving forward. Mm-hmm. I like to bring up the flow chart here, and then I start right here in the beginning, and I'm like, okay, how do you know when somebody contacts you? And immediately they're like, I guess when one of my team members or my ad person tells me. And I'm like, okay, how do you know they're telling you that everyone contacts you? And I'm just asking questions that reveals all of their processes and systems within their business. And then we just go shop them. And then they realize, I'm like, well, let's just call your office now. All right. And let's see if you're actually finding out if you're getting all the leads. So, and we've done this in conferences in real time, live, where we'll just mystery shop at a conference, somebody's business, and the team leader, who's doing really well, by the way, is mortified to find out that it's not working exactly like they thought. So this flow chart,
that's really the benefit of having a coach. How many of you can relate to that? Like, as business owners, we're just too close to the fire. Right, we're just too close to the fire. Like I have consultants. I mentioned Dan Kennedy is one of my coaches, and he will look at what I'm doing and ask me a lot of questions. And what is not obvious to me will be like glaringly obvious to him. But that's what Todd and I and your coach are going to be able to do for your business. We're gonna ask you a bunch of questions. So Todd, you have titanium members. Okay, titanium members. They're paying $30,000+ to be a titanium member a year. But I think you see the returns, right? They're all making 3, 4, 5, Sarah Reynolds, $1 million a month. And part of the deal when you're a titanium member is you get to fly to Atlanta and you spend an entire day with Todd. I don't know what they do that a couple times a year, but Todd, these are sophisticated business owners. And so you're doing this autopsy by just asking them a bunch of questions, right? Like, how do you do this? Why do you do it that way? And so by asking these questions, you find holes in their business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's no question about that. And that's what a good coach does. Based on experiences, you know what questions to ask. Look, man, I've made more mistakes than just about everybody watching here combined, along the way. All right, but it's identifying it and being able to take a process and plug the hole. So if you look at this lead flow chart, this really is your CRM, this is your contact management system. So the question is, what happens next? What happens next? What happens next? All through the process. So if you look at, okay, admin prospect contacts you, administrative persons make sure that you've got the leads in your database. Okay, good. Now what happens next? There's a checklist for that. Okay. I just gave the lead to my inside sales agent for follow-up. Okay, there's a checklist for that. I just booked an appointment with the buyer or a seller. There's a checklist for that. All right. I just signed the seller or the buyer up to an agreement, listing agreement, buyer agreement, checklist for that. And that, my friends, is a CRM. Contact management system is one big giant flow chart of what happens next. Checklist. You got all your contacts in there. It's a pipeline from prospect to lifetime customer in a series of campaigns or checklists of what happens next. And it tells everybody what to do and when to do it. You can literally be sitting on the beach down in Casey Key, Florida, sipping on your adult beverage, scooting around in your 280 SLX C-Ray, and everyone back at your office knows exactly what to do and when to do it. And that's what a CRM should be doing for you. So as a Craig Proctor system member, you have all of the activity plans associated with every single campaign handed to you on a silver platter You can use whatever CRM you want, but it's the activity plans and campaigns, what to do and when to do it, and what those activities are that we give you when you get here. So
yep, I mentioned yesterday my listing plan. Every time well, let's talk about how it worked in the beginning. Chaos, right? I would list 5 homes and there was no plan. The plan was in my head. How many of you, your plan is in your head, right? Your follow-up plan is in your head. Your listing plan, your buyer plan, it's in your head. And that works in your head, Todd. It works when you have 5 clients, right? I can remember, when I've got 5 clients, 4 clients, I can remember what I need to do. But then I get 15 and then I get 50 and pretty soon it's chaos. How many of you are experiencing chaos? Okay, there is no consistency. You know that your prospects, your clients are not, the same consistent thing isn't happening. Everybody's getting a totally different experience. So the idea is what we're going to teach you to do is shut off your cell phone, go in a quiet room, take out a pen and a pad of paper and write down what you believe should happen every time you list a house. In a perfect world, what should happen? Every time that you sign a buyer up to a buyer agency agreement, every time, all your follow-up plans, we want you to write down what should happen. Forget about what happens right now. Let's just take the listing plan. Okay, Todd, let's brainstorm this. We get a new listing in your office. You tell me, forget how it works. What should happen like the first day when a new listing comes in your office?
Yeah, order the for sale sign, photography, and key box.
Okay, so Todd's not going to do any of that. So Todd would have someone in his office that might be told, go take the picture. All right, maybe his courier, go get the key cut, install the lockbox. Someone else is going to make the feature sheets. Next, your customer service manager is going to be notified of the new listing, and they're going to call the new listing and say, hi, this is Tammy. I'm Todd's customer service manager. And I wanted to let you know what a great decision you made listing with our company. And I'm going to be calling you every week to give you all the feedback and let you know what we're doing to market and advertise the house. And so all of this is going to happen every day. What I want to happen is going to be written down, and then it's going to be, I'm going to create my activity plan so I don't have to worry about it. So whether it's listing number 1 or listing number 50 or listing number 100, I can have confidence that once we launch that new listing activity plan, the same things are going to happen in the same order over and over again. How many of you are doing that? I assume most of you are doing that. I mean, it's an assumption, but maybe you're not. And every once in a while, you should, relook at your activity plan to see if it's all working properly, right? So if you create this activity plan and you're not creating raving fans, you want to go back and maybe fix the plan. So one of the things that we did every time we sold a house, so every time the offer got accepted, we would send out a survey, okay? You email out a survey to your buyer or your seller, and we ask the seller certain questions. We'll show you, I don't know if we have it today, the survey. But the surveys come back to us and we actually do something with the surveys. Like the surveys that you guys filled out here, okay? I actually did something with these surveys. I read them, okay? So what's the use of sending out a survey to your prospects, your clients, if you're actually not going to do anything with the information? So I survey all my buyers and sellers. Now, every Monday, I do team training, right? This is where every Monday I'm at the Remax office and I'm doing my team training, and we're looking at these surveys, and we're going to look at these surveys that come back from buyers and sellers, and we're going to put them into 3 categories. Okay, some of them are extremely happy, some of them are extremely unhappy, and there's a lot of them that are in between. Who do we learn the most from? The surveys that come back that are extreme. So let's look, we start off with a positive with my team members. Let's look at these raving fans that we created. Okay, this week, we have 4 extremely happy clients. Here's what the survey says. Now, what we do is we do an autopsy on to find out what did we do so right, so correct here with these raving fans? Why do we dig in deep and want to find out what we did so right? So we can replicate it over and over again. What the heck did we do? Even if it was accidental, I want to try to recreate that. I want to find out exactly what we did so right, so we can expand on that and recreate it. And the opposite of that is we look at the clients that were not happy. Okay, they were extremely unhappy. What did we do? How did we drop the ball here? How can we plug the holes? So whatever this problem was that this client experienced, how can we stop it from ever happening again? Now we go back to the activity plans from what we're learning, and we try to do more of the good and eliminate the bad. And that's an ongoing process.
Mm-hmm. Preach, brother.
Preaching. If you guys like that, give us some feedback on that. Do you survey your clients? Do you survey your buyers and sellers? And if so, do you actually do anything with the information? Do you care about what they think? Does that help you, that feedback help you go in and make changes to your activity plans? The activity, I run the activity plans. The activity plans run the business.
Yeah, we've been able to build out, really get successful at customer service, what customers want, establishing the customer's vision on the front end, now on to building out real estate brokerages around the Craig Proctor system, all based on the feedback loop and surveys. So it's one of the most powerful tools that I've learned from you, Craig, and that we pass on to our Craig Proctor system members.
Okay,
so
I think we should take some questions, Todd.
Yeah, don't forget I got the street footage video too.
Oh, yeah. We'll take a few questions here, and then Todd and I are going to talk about our man on the street video, and you should pull up our book. We'll talk about our book.
Got it.
So let's go over to Andrea. Good morning, Andrea in Austin, Texas.
Good morning, everybody.
How you doing this morning, Andrea?
I'm so good. Day
Good.
3 has been just as good as day 2 and day 1.
Well, check it out. We have 745 still with us, 745 viewers.
So exciting.
Any questions in chat? What's going on over in chat? Because I can't see it because I'm looking at this.
Well, it's amazing. Our members are talking with new members, and they're all getting excited on what's going on. They're talking about presentations. We have Lester Clocks, one of our coaches. We have Rick Brash, all in the chat box, just giving examples of how much success they've had since they started. And you know, Rick and Lester have both been with us for a long, long time. So they have a lot of good stories to share.
Yeah. Hey, I want to thank all of our Craig Proctor members for jumping in and talking to people that are new with us who may be unsure or skeptical or whatever. So thank you so much, Craig Proctor members. Always for your support. We couldn't do this without you. So thank you. I appreciate your support. We've had, great turnout. We peaked on Friday at 1,130 or 40, and we still have almost 750 today on a Sunday in the middle of summer. So that's cool. All right. Any other questions in chat or announcements that we need to make, Andrea?
Yeah, so tracking has been talked about in the chat box. How important is tracking these results? How easy is it with the system? Can we help with that?
Yeah, I mean, we Craig Proctor will never ask you to spend one penny on marketing and advertising that can't be tracked. I would just never do that. Right? If we flip that around, everything we do is trackable. We have to make our marketing accountable to us. We've talked a lot over the weekend about the misconception here. Many of you see marketing as an expense, not an investment. And I get it. And the reason you see marketing as an expense is because you've never got a return on investment. In other words, the marketing wasn't working. So it was an expense. You spent $1,000 on something and you got nothing in return. So your paradigm, your experience, right? Your paradigm is based on your experience is, yeah, marketing's bad. Marketing's bad. Marketing, my experience with marketing is I spend a lot of money and I get nothing in return. Okay. Yes. Marketing done incorrectly is a total waste of time and money. That's why you want to get involved with the Craig Proctor system, because everything that you do in the Craig Proctor system will be tracked. Okay. You're going to be able to go to a control panel. You're going to know exactly what your ROI is, what your return on investment is. And that's important, because how else will we know what we should be doing more of and what we should be doing less of? We're going to start by helping all of you understand what your best opportunities are in your marketplace. Some of you have a target market that might be okay, but it's not the best target market. I shared my story on Friday about how the fact that my target market just happened to be the neighborhood where I sold my first listing. That didn't make it the best target market. I mean, it could have been anywhere, but many of you, you kind of throw a dart at the wall. Oh, this is going to be my target market. The neighborhood I live in, the neighborhood close to the office, or maybe like me, the area where you got your first listing, or maybe you don't even have a target market. Maybe, for a lot of realtors, I ask them, well, who are you targeting? They look at me kind of with a blank look at, who am I targeting? Anybody that wants to buy or sell. So we can do better than that. Some who's are better than other who's. Okay. Some of the who's in your marketplace will be far better than other who's. So let's analyze where your best opportunity is. Now we know who the who's are. How are we going to reach the who's? That's called the media. How are we going to reach the who's? If your who are retired 65-year-old people in a gated community in Orlando, Florida, you're probably not going to get them on Instagram, right? We're going to use direct mail. If your target market's my dad's not on Instagram, okay? However, if my target's a first-time buyer, I'm not going to reach the millennial. I'm not going to reach the first-time buyer with direct mail or an ad in the newspaper, right? And the next step is how we're going to retarget them. Once these leads get into the Craig Proctor net, we want to be all over them. How many of you would agree that you're here today with me because of my marketing? How many of you would agree? Let me know in chat that you're here because of my marketing. The proof that this works is you're here right now. Okay, we didn't know each other, right? Because of Craig Proctor marketing, you somehow stumbled into the Craig Proctor marketing net. Okay, and then all of these things started to take place, right? The retargeting, the emails, the voicemail, all the stuff that happened all starts to take place. So I took you, a stranger, we didn't know each other, and you responded at some point. You came into the Craig Proctor marketing network, okay? You triggered it. You raised your hand. It could have been from Facebook. It could have been from Instagram, from gazillions of things that we do. Somehow, some way, you triggered it, okay? You hit the trigger wire and boom. Does it work? Well, you're here today. We're going to teach you how to do this with your clients. I'll repeat this again. If you want to make a lot of money in real estate, you must learn how to attract strangers. Referrals are great, but it's only going to take you so far. How many of you so far have been limiting your business to people you know? I love that business. I love getting referrals. I want all the referrals I can get. But I just can't know enough people, and the people I know can't know enough people to get to where I want to go. So you got to ask yourself, where do I want to go? Can I get there just with people I know? We have an awesome referral system, a referral program that we talked about yesterday. It's great. It's probably the best referral program in the real estate industry, but we want more than that. So if you want more, you want to jump on board with this. And I am going to take us one more time to the coaching site and give this one more call, because we are running out of time on our special discounted offer. I want to make sure everybody knows about this before time runs out. But there it is. It's joincpcoaching.com. If you missed my presentation on how you would benefit from being a Craig Proctor coaching member, you want to go here. It's very thorough. Now, this is an example, by the way, of a landing page. Okay, there's one, when I designed this landing page, it's designed with one thing in mind. I want you to join the coaching program. So we're not offering anything else. This is what we're talking about. This is what a good squeeze page looks like. Testimonials. We talked today about where's the proof. I know a lot of you have been involved in other coaching programs. Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, all these. Okay, and you're here. So the fact that you're here, and many of you had in the past been involved with those other guys, the fact that you're here tells me that working with those guys didn't really work out for you, right? Or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here with me if those other people were helping you out. So I have to overcome any skepticism that you might have about, hey, I hired a coach before and I didn't get much out of it. So we have lots of testimonials talking about handling the skepticism. Are you a good fit for the Craig Proctor coaching system? Maybe some of you are not. But I say here, if you're the kind of agent that's a good fit for me, you fit into one of these boxes. You're struggling to find enough clients to work with. I can help you. Or how about this? You're already putting up big numbers, but you're killing yourself working 24/7. You're a stranger to your family, and you know that you're burnt out and you can't continue doing it. You want to make more money, but you know you cannot continue working 80 hours a week. I am for you. If you look like that, I'm for you. How about this? You're the type of person, I love this, that doesn't need breath blowing on them by a charismatic motivator. Hey, maybe some of you like that. I'm not Tony Robbins. Okay, there's a place for Tony Robbins, there's a place for motivation, but if all you need is somebody to say, you know, you can do it and you're great, and I'm probably not your guy, okay? I think if I give you great ideas and I help you in your business, that'll motivate you. But if all you want is motivation, it's probably not for you. You don't need fake gold stars from coaches' recognition to make you feel better about yourself. Some people, that's what they want. They want recognition. Hey, man, you're doing a good job. Everyone wins a prize. You don't need a cool new gimmick every month. There's a lot of coaching businesses built on that. Hey, it's the idea of the month club. And many of you collect ideas, but this is a proven system. What we do not offer you is a bunch of cool sounding new gimmicks every month to try to keep your interest with new gimmicks. What we teach you is a proven system. So you don't need sugar-coated candy with a toy surprise in every box. And you want to know, where's the beef? If you want a reliable and complete system, you're going to click this button. This system is great for me and I want to join. Now, for you S's and C personalities, we've listed it all out again. What you get, here it is. Okay, you can take a screenshot, all the stuff that you get. That's what you get. And then we included another $4,000 of bonuses. And then we included $5,000 of technology. And we said, this is worth $36,500. And we said, this special offer where you can save $1,000, okay, on the pay in full. The monthly stays the same. I'm talking about the pay in full. The pay in full, like if you do this monthly, it's $12,962. You guys know math, right? If you do this right now, it's $8,995. That's a $4,000 savings. You'd be better to put this on your credit card and pay it off. It's a $4,000, that's like a 33% savings, $4,000 savings, but that goes up in price by $1,000. That's going to be $99.95 at 1:05 p.m. Adrian, I want you to change that up if you're listening, 1:05 p.m. So right now you can do this, pay in full. And here's how it works. You go here. Today, regardless of what option you want to do, the monthly or the pay in full, it's $19.95. That's what gets processed on your credit card. If you do monthly, it's 11 further payments and $9.97. But this is the big savings point right here, folks. This is the thing that goes away at 1 o'clock. you can save 4,000. You can still join after 1 o'clock, but you're only going to save 3,000 because after 1 o'clock, it's going to be an additional $8,000, not $7,000. So we have 25 minutes and 4 seconds left if you want to take advantage of our special discounted offer. Now, why do I do this? Why do we create urgency? Because for many of you, if there's no urgency, you say, yeah, I'll do this later. It's the same thing with your prospects. Yeah, I'll meet with you next week. No, we need that meeting now. Because by next week, that seller that you booked an appointment with, they've already talked themselves out of it. They've met another realtor. Bad things can happen. You're never going to be hotter on the Craig Proctor program than right now. Let's be honest. It could be hotter on this tomorrow or a week from now. You're never going to be hotter than you are right now. So you may give yourself an excuse. Well, maybe I'll do this later. Okay, maybe. But in my experience of doing this for 25 years, it's probably not going to happen. You're either going to do it now or you're just not going to do it. And some of you are not going to do it. We get that. But we're happy to spend the next year working sleeves rolled up with those of you that want to hire us to dive into your business and fix it for you and have you hang out with the top millionaire agents in the Craig Proctor system. So if you want to do this, you got to get on it. You go to joincpcoaching.com, joincpcoaching.com. This is the last time, I promise, I'm going to talk about it because it all goes away in 23 minutes and 30 seconds. So go to joincpcoaching.com and change not only your business, but change your life. Let's go back to Mr. Todd Walters.
All right, big dog.
Todd's checking his emails, his text messages.
Yeah, I'm getting texts from members that are on the conference right now asking questions, and I'm trying to answer them along the way. So it's been awesome. Got a little special video here. Let's take a look at it. You want to play it?
Well, hang on. Before you play it, explain to everybody what it's about.
Okay. All right.
You can't, Todd, you can't just play a video. You got to do the lead up to the video. You got to set the video up.
I could.
Don't you watch that on late night TV? Right? You got to, you got to set the video up. So set up the video, explain to everybody what this is about.
All right. So getting ready to hit the play button on this, but this is what you're going to see. Most real estate agents believe, okay, that their ideas for what they need to do to get business, the public's going to respond to. They assume that customers and prospects will just automatically understand what they're talking about. All right. So you give an example, words that agents use. Hey, would you like can I get you a free CMA? And of course, prospects out there, we think they know what it is. My favorite is Zillow. Hey, everybody is looking for homes on Zillow. Look, they're not born, they don't wake up, they don't go around every day and then all of a sudden know what Zillow is. They had to get there, find out about it, learn about it from some way. So everybody understand that? So we've got to be really careful here as marketers, and we got to understand our prospects. They're not real estate professionals. They don't think about real estate every day. They're not selling houses every day. Okay. They're not involved in it every day. So the language or the marketing that you're going to use is going to be things that customers can relate to and understand. Okay. That's why your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it works so well. Okay. They understand those words versus my guaranteed sell program. Call me about my guaranteed sell program. Well, like, what is that? You guys get it? So, and that's why the coaching is so important. When real estate agents nibble around the edges, whether you're in the Craig Proctor system or not, nibbling around the edges versus pushing and going all in and doing everything you can to find out versus at a distance, grabbing something and throwing it in. No. You got to be in the middle of it all. Does everybody get it? So the best members that we have are the ones that ask more questions. How can I do this? Can you help me do this? What is required of me to do and find out X? And those guys do pretty well. But the guys who nibble around the edges they make classic marketing mistakes, as we just pointed out there. So this video does a great job of it. I took to the streets of Toronto. We were there for a conference. Got Shai Schwartzman with Lifestyle Media, our production guy. He took a camera. We took to the streets, and I just walked around the streets of Toronto and asked people just walking around, living their life. I
just randomly asking people real estate questions. So let's have a look at this.
All right, let's do that. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Todd Walters, Platinum Coach with Craig Proctor Real Estate Coaching. And I'm here in downtown Toronto, but you know what? I could be in any city in North America. And what we're going to be doing is stopping and talking to people on the street, the public, about real estate. Have you ever heard of MLS?
No, I haven't.
No.
No.
Maple Leaf Services.
Yeah. All right, so what's the difference between a real estate agent and a real estate broker?
I don't know.
Okay, what about CMA? Do you know what a CMA is?
I don't know.
What about comparative market analysis? You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Canadian Mortgage Association.
Okay. You know, a lot of real estate agents make assumptions that the words that they use, like what I call industry terms, that they believe that buyers or sellers know what these terms mean, like CMA and MLS. Those are bad assumptions to make when it comes to marketing. You must be very clear and use words that people understand, especially what we call benefit-rich terms and expressions. So let's keep asking. Okay, so can you tell me how this buy this home, I'll buy your thing works? There's a real estate agent that was in the news recently for excessive partying with his agents at his company on his boat. His name's Francois McKay. Do you think that's appropriate, or?
I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he should do more partying with his agents on his boat, huh?
Maybe he should invite everybody. I don't know.
So what is the difference between a RE/MAX agent and, say, a Century 21 agent? Do you know?
Oh, that I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Different agencies. I don't understand their services. I couldn't say.
Do I know the difference between the two? No.
It's a good question.
Aren't they just different real estate agent?
Oh, you're asking me?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a few that are a little incompetent, and then there's a few that know what they're doing.
Like any profession, yeah. Do you buy it at my price or somebody else's? Coming down the road right now is a group of real estate agents in their Century 21 garb, or is that Royal LePage? Right there, it's the real estate warriors. So if you were to buy a house, how would you find the information?
Online, Google, yeah.
So you go to Google to find a house?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to pay them the commission.
Do you think real estate agents are overpaid?
Yes.
Not if they sell my house quickly.
There are many who make more than they deserve, let's put it that way.
They get paid more than me, so yeah.
There's a famous real estate agent in the area. Her name's Marnie Bennett. Do you think it's appropriate for her to keep giving out business cards with her in her bikini?
Probably not the most professional approach.
Well, if it works.
You think it's okay for her to keep giving that out?
Well, I'd take her card.
Yeah. What is too much for the agent to get paid up front?
Up front? I don't think I've ever paid an agent up front.
Okay. Would you consider doing that?
Probably not.
Are you okay with them getting paid up front?
When I sell the house?
Or before?
No.
Okay. So who's more trustworthy, do you think, a real estate agent or a politician?
Don't start me on politicians now.
So you do business with a real estate agent before you would a politician, is what you're saying?
Definitely.
Okay. So they're at least one step above the politician, but maybe a step below lawyers?
Nothing below a politician.
Do you think Craig Proctor has a shot at being the next prime minister?
Who?
So what about Todd Walters? You think he has a chance of being the next prime minister?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you guys think Craig Proctor has a real legitimate shot at being the next prime minister?
Yes. No.
All right, well, what about his competitor, Todd Walters?
Absolutely. No way.
So there you have it from the real estate man on the street, that what most real estate agents think or believe that prospects and clients think or believe, most likely wrong. Seriously, what do you really think your chances are for Prime Minister?
Yes.
That was fun. Man on the street. Yeah, that makes the point that what we believe prospects think they don't understand our industry terms. So that was interesting. A little survey on the streets of Toronto.
Hey, you're right about that. The whole concept of that we've set up for everybody is like it will require more from you, but understand that we're not looking to take something from you. We don't want anything from you. What we want is something for you, and it's your heart's desire. All right. So my encouragement to everybody, and my purpose for being here this weekend, is to encourage you and to help you to go all in, commit and go all in. Don't nibble around the edges. If you discover that there's something more here for you, then run and get it. Pay the price, sacrifice whatever it is that's necessary to go and get it. And that's the commonality among all the coaches, all the panelists that you heard from today, and the top Craig Proctor system members. They just do not nibble at this. It's all in commitment. Everybody got it? Thanks, Craig.
Thank you. I want to play a video that I tried to, an audio clip that I tried to play yesterday. I was, when you did the breakout session, Todd, yesterday with the coaching members, I was talking about team building, and I was talking about the E-Myth by Michael Gerber. And I said, I talk at my conferences about Michael Gerber. Michael Gerber talks about me at his conferences. So I think we've got this up and working now. Okay, let's see if this actually works today. If it doesn't work today, it's rather embarrassing, but let's listen in.
So today, what we're going to do is take a leap. I want to leave your practice behind. Forget about your practice for the rest of the day. Forget about what if, yes, but. Forget about all that for the rest of the day. Please turn your cell phones off. Don't run out to the phone to find out, did it work? Did you get it? Did you? Don't do that. You're out of business. Today, this is about the future. Today, this is about taking a leap. And we got to shoot the sucker dead first. You got to die if you're going to be reborn. Christ said that. I didn't say that. Most people are so busy trying to solve problems, they haven't time to seize opportunities. Today, we're going to talk about seizing opportunities. Entrepreneurs look for opportunities, and they find them on the other side of problems. Please write this down. I have got to make room for the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is where the opportunity is. The entrepreneur in each and every one of us is where the opportunity is. That's where the 10 times with half the effort resides. The technician is limited in what he or she can do. The only thing the technician can do, work harder, but ultimately they run out of time. There's only so much I can do. Craig Proctor is a perfect exemplar of what I'm talking about. Craig called me and told me, Michael, I got to tell you my story because you've had a huge impact on my life, and he said, I talk about you all the time. I was working 14 hours a day, 7 days a week to do it. In other words, to be an enormously successful real estate agent means one thing: work your ass off. They're there up at the break of dawn, and they do it until the dead of night. And they do it every single day. He said, and I realized I'm a young man, I can do this. But I projected myself in the future, and I imagined myself doing this. And I said to myself, are you out of your mind? This is absurd. There's got to be a better way. Write this down, please, because it's the epiphany. It's the thing, the statement that every single entrepreneur waking up says, in the middle of a crisis, there's got to be a better way. So Craig Proctor said there had to be a way. I took your book, exactly what you said I was supposed to do, and I did it. I went to work on my practice to turn it into a business. And the way I did that is I took my practice apart. I took the job called real estate agent apart. And he said what they had told me wasn't true. Job called real estate agent isn't one job. I discovered it was 22 jobs. He said, no wonder I was working so hard. It's impossible to do. Nobody can do this. But understand, as a technician, what did I know? I didn't realize it was impossible. If you're sitting here in an audience, you're sitting at the table with friends, sitting next to somebody else. If you're looking to somebody else, or the boss, or the manager, or your partner, or your wife, or your husband, to see whether or not this is something you should be paying attention to, if you're looking for signals on the outside, you are wasting your time. Because the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, you either get this or you don't get this. The world's going to go on. But your world is going to be a completely different place. And so this is about making your world a completely different place to the degree you want it to. So Craig Proctor last year was awarded the top producer worldwide in RE/MAX. Today, Craig Proctor's practice is a business. Didn't move into another market, didn't go here, didn't go there, a little town outside of Toronto. Craig works 2 days a week doing what took him 7 days a week, 14 hours a day. But what Craig did was to reinvent the job called real estate agent. Reinvented it. Got to go to work on my company, not in it. You are not your company. Today's seminar is about freedom. It's not about work. And you can do exactly what Craig Proctor did.
And that's it. And it's true. Every single person here can do exactly what Craig Proctor did, and you can even take it beyond what Craig Proctor did. So the E-Myth by Michael Gerber. Coaching members, you're going to have access to recordings and information. Recommend you all buy his book, The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. Now, speaking of writing books, Todd, you and I wrote a book. Let's talk about the book that we read and the message that we were trying to communicate.
Yeah. We'll just throw that up on the screen. You want to do that?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Here it is right here. Slideshow. Boom. Can you see that?
We can.
Yeah. So we wrote this book. And in the book, we make the case. The case of, look, you either really should be on a super profitable sales team business or build your own. That the solo practitioner is likely to starve out or burn out or be overwhelmed by people that are associated with a great real estate sales team or have their own. It's really tough to compete out there, as you guys can see. You're getting thrown on a daily basis stuff, like it's a constant distraction, television, social media. There's all these things coming, all these people saying, hey, I can help you do it better. In what we call shiny new object syndrome, chasing this and chasing that. Okay. All right. So we got to kind of take a deep breath and pause and then understand the concept here. Either go be a part of somebody's super profitable sales team or build your own. Most of you here want to have a business versus a job. That's the allure to Craig Proctor. Okay. You show up to one of our events. Congratulations. Okay. Craig makes an offer. Hey, you should really get involved. Boom. You take advantage of the offer to, quote, get involved. Now you're introduced to some concepts and strategies. in the coaching level. All right. And it's like, hey, I like these concepts and strategies. I'm looking around at all these successful people. I want more. Boom. Move to platinum. Next step. Oh man, this is really good. That's where the coaches come out of. That's where our top members come out. Hey, I want even more. Boom. You move to the next level. You see how it works? But it's all about progression from solo to small to business. It doesn't have to be a big giant real estate sales team, but leveraging yourself with people and processes and marketing and technology will make your life better. It will make your life better and it will make you better at life. And that's the case that we make in the book, along with our contributing authors, which were all Craig Proctor system members. There were 9 of them. So it was good work, Craig. We're actually working on some new books coming out here in the near future. We'll let everybody know on that. But this is a good read. If you don't have it, go get it on Amazon and read that sucker. Probably one of the best books ever for real estate agents who buy into this concept of, oh, I would rather have a business than a job.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Todd. All right, we're winding it down. We've got about 5 minutes left. So if you are going to join Craig Proctor Coaching, this would be a good time to take care of that by going to joincpcoaching.com, joincpcoaching.com, or you can go to coachingoffer.com. That'll take you directly to the landing page. We have almost 700 of you that have stayed till the end of today, and I really want to let you know how much Todd and I have appreciated you spending your time with us. And I wanted to see, Todd, if you have any final remarks before I give my final remarks.
Yeah, absolutely, Big Dog. Firstly, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for continuing to do this. It's pretty quite amazing to see. I know personally you don't have to. Okay, you could just basically run down to Sarasota right now and hang out there for the next 20 years and enjoy life. But your definition of enjoying life, I know you, is helping other people enjoy theirs, get what they want to get out of it. So I want to thank you for being that kind of person here and continuing to pour yourself and your life's work into it. It continues to put gas in my tank. It's why I'm here. I'm here, because I believe in you, believe in the system. I've seen too many lives changed as a result of it. I want to encourage everyone one more time. This is an opportunity to go further in. If you're not in the system, get involved. If you're already in it, get more involved. Like, go all in, commit, go all in, go further. And then when you do that, look back and judge it. And I believe you'll be happy with all of those decisions. And I'm here to help along the way. Thanks, Craig.
Thank you very much, Todd. If you guys have enjoyed being with us, please type your comments into chat. It's been a great 3 days, but at some point we need to end this. So we're coming up to that time now. I just want to end the conference with the same slide I started the conference with, which is your heart's desire. So does everybody see my heart's desire slide? Hang on, I'm gonna have to do this again. Okay. I want to talk to you a little bit about this slide again, your heart's desire. Have you been giving this some thought? What's really, really important to you? Why you got into real estate in the first place? Take some time to reflect on why you got into real estate and how things have been going over the last couple of years. And think about why you decided to register for this online conference. And I want you to think about going forward. Okay, and what you really, really want in life. I want you to imagine having a real estate business that helps you get there. Okay, that provides you the money and the time and the freedom to be with the people that you love. That's what gets my fire going every day. If we can help you grow a business that provides you that, more time, more money, and more freedom, and a business that you get up every day and you're excited to go to. How many of you can recall when you first got your real estate license and you were really excited and it was fun, and then somehow over the months and years, that enjoyment kind of, it faded away? Imagine getting up every day and doing the parts of the real estate business that you really, really like, okay? And delegating everything else. Imagine having an exit strategy so you don't just work at this and work at this and work at this until you're so burnt out that you just walk away from it. Imagine what a waste that would be, right? You work hard, you're at this for 5 years, 10 years, or whatever, all the goodwill that you built with all of your clients, everything that you put into it. And most agents, they just get burnt out and they walk away because they don't have anything they can sell. The reason they can't sell what they have when they're ready to exit is because all they had was a job. And you can't sell a job, but you can sell a business. Plus, if it really was a business that made your life better and you made a decent income and you didn't have to kill yourself and it worked mostly without you, then it wouldn't be something you'd be in a rush to get out of, right? Your business done properly wouldn't get in the way of having a great life. It would actually serve that purpose. It would help you have a much better life. And that's why I do this, okay? Helping you generate some more leads, helping you do a little bit better. You can probably do that on your own. There's a gazillion real estate trainers, made in minute experts. Never seen so many of them. You can find them on Facebook in your news feed. Everybody's an expert, right? But they don't have the street credentials. But there's lots of people that can help you do a little bit better, I'm sure. But for those of you that want to take a quantum leap, not just in income, but you want the whole deal. You want the system. You want to systemize the whole business. It's the equivalent of buying a franchise. We're not a franchise, but I can tell you, we fill the void that the real estate franchises don't fill. May I explain? If you look up, you Google the definition of a real estate franchise or a franchise. If you Google the definition of a franchise offers a proprietary way of doing things. That's what a franchise is supposed to offer, is a proprietary way of doing things. However, you walk into any real estate franchise and the problem is every agent there is kind of doing it a different way. There is no way. You know, there's no different way at one versus the other. What we provide, regardless of what franchise you're with or whether you're an independent, is we provide you the systems that sit on top of whatever franchise or company you're with. This is the void that my company fills. Okay, we provide you the lead generation system, the conversion systems, the presentation systems, the technology, the networking, the training and coaching, and how it all works. So it doesn't matter what company or what franchise you're with or whether you're with a franchise or not. All you have to do is plug into the Craig Proctor system. I'll repeat it again. Everything that you want to do in real estate has already been done by myself, Todd Walters, and thousands of Craig Proctor members before you. So as we sign off, I want to thank you so much for investing not only the money, but the time to be here with us over the last 3 days. And I hope you'll continue with us. I hope your path continues down our road. But if it doesn't, if you go another direction, you go down a different road, I want to wish everyone here all the best. And I hope you reach your heart's desire. and you realize all of your dreams. On behalf of Todd Walters and James McDonald and the entire Craig Proctor staff, I want to thank you for being with us. Have a wonderful Sunday afternoon, and you know where to find us if you need us. Thank you so much, and that concludes our conference.